In Orleans Parish, it's been a full week since 10 inmates were able to escape from jail, and tonight half are still on the run. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Sharice Gibson.
I'm Devin Bartolotta. We're told more than 100 law enforcement officers are actively searching for the inmates as more people connected to the men are arrested.
And today, 3 new alleged accomplices were added to that list that already included 4 others. Police say Emmett Weber and Casey Smith helped after the men broke out. And another inmate, Trevin Williams, has been rebooked for allegedly helping us during the escape.
Amelia Strahan breaks down what we've learned over the last 7 days.
Too easy. That's how these inmates describe breaking out of jail in a daunting message left at their escape route early Friday morning. Police say they began their great escape at 12:23, but their absence would go unnoticed until a routine head count 8 hours later. Kendall Myers, Robert Moody, and DeKinnon Dennis only enjoyed a few hours of freedom. Police found Myers in a French Quarter parking garage before noon, Moody in Central City, and Dennis in New Orleans East later that night. Over the weekend, the remaining 7 inmates stayed on the run, and Crime Stoppers ramped up their arrest award. By Monday, Gary Price was back behind bars, but with 6 inmates still missing, some called for Sheriff Susan Hudson to resign. Tuesday, the first alleged accomplice was taken into custody. Maintenance worker Sterling Williams admitted to turning off the water in the cell where the toilet was removed. Hours later, Corey Boyd was arrested in his grandmother's apartment, less than a mile and a half from the jail. From Wednesday to Friday, 5 women and 1 man were arrested for allegedly helping the inmates after they broke free. The remaining escapees are Linton Van Buren, Antoine Massey, Derek Groves, Leo Tate, and Jermaine Donald. All are charged with serious crimes, and Groves convicted of murder. Now, law enforcement says they believe all of the remaining inmates are still in the metro area. Reporting from New Orleans, Amelia Strahan, WWL, Louisiana.
Here's another look at those 5 inmates still on the streets tonight. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers. Information leading to an arrest could get you $20,000. We have even more detail.
I was standing here as Louisiana State troopers rolled through the gates behind me, bringing Trayvon Johnson inside that facility. I can tell you as I speak, he is being rebooked, and neighbors are hoping an escape doesn't happen again. Just after 8:30 Friday night, Trayvon Johnson was escorted back into the Tangipahoa Parish Jail. Officials tell WDSU the 22-year-old who escaped Thursday afternoon was caught on Bennett Road in a meet 22 hours after his escape.
It makes you nervous. Like I do my flowers, I can't be out here in the yard. I got to keep looking up and looking around.
Thursday, Johnson was able to escape as deputies were cleaning a flooded cell. Video shows Johnson and another inmate, Trayvon Wallace, running from the facility, tossing a piece of fabric on the fence, and Johnson could be seen climbing over it.
He took advantage of a vulnerable moment and seized it.
After escaping the facility, Johnson had a huge head start as deputies and the public were unaware he was gone for several hours.
I'd also like to take a moment just to apologize to the community that this individual's out on the streets.
A timeline shows inmates flooded a toilet around 4:15. 13 minutes later, at 4:28, doors of a dorm were open, and according to Sheriff Gerald Sticker, it took Johnson less than a minute to get out. That timeline also shows a call to the jail about Johnson's custody status was made at 9:28, exactly 5 hours after he escaped, and the public was not made aware until 11:54.
It was 6 hours for this one. You know, any excuse, 5 minutes, 6 minutes is no excuse.
As Johnson is now back in custody, people who live nearby are hoping he and others do not escape again.
Do your time, grow up, be a man or a woman, and come back out here in the real world and act like you have some type of sense that God gave you.
And tonight, along with the murder charges, Johnson was already facing. He will be facing a charge for escaping. Reporting live in Tangipahoa Parish tonight, Jonah Gilmore, WDSU News.
You're looking for a new job?
thinking of
WWL Louisiana News at 6 begins with breaking news.
Right now, 5 men are still on the run, exactly 1 week after a historic escape at the Orleans Parish Jail. And tonight, more people are accused of helping. That includes another inmate, Trevin Williams, who also was jailed at the time of the escape, and Casey Smith, whose bond was set this afternoon. Alyssa Curtis was there.
There's been some inconsistencies with how many men Casey Smith may have helped, but today in court, the Attorney General's office says she helped drive around 3 inmates nearly a week after they broke out of jail, but her lawyer says she was simply in the car with her cousin and didn't know who the men were. According to the Attorney General's office, Smith had, quote, disregard for the law and put, quote, numerous citizens at risk by aiding and abetting the escape of some of the most dangerous men. They say she confessed to driving them around the city and actively participated. But Smith's lawyer says the main bad actor was Smith's cousin, Courtney Harris. Harris was arrested Wednesday. Smith's lawyer says Smith was in the car when her cousin got a call and picked up 3 men. She says Smith did not know who they were and didn't need to ask them to identify themselves. It's unclear who they helped, but court records show Harris helped Leo Tate and Jermaine Donald, who are still on the run. The AG's office asked that Smith be held on no bond. The judge set it for $1 million. Today in court, we also learned about another attempted escape that happened earlier this month. 2 men appeared in court today for an attempted escape the judge says happened May 1st. According to the judge, cameras caught 2 men helping a third get through the ceiling, but he didn't get far as he fell not too long after. We reached out to OPSO for more information, but have not yet heard back. Reporting at Criminal District Court, Alyssa Curtis, WWL Louisiana.
And just moments ago, we learned about another arrest of an accomplice. We'll have more of that tonight at 10. Meanwhile, more than 100 law enforcement officers are searching for the 5 inmates that are still on the run, and now a week out from the jailbreak. Eleanor Tabone did some digging, and she shares more on what we learned about these men.
Oh, I remember him from a baby.
Like any other child, Derek Groves was an innocent, wide-eyed kid with the world ahead of him.
He was friends with my son. He taught my son how to ride a bike.
But somewhere along the way, that innocence turned to blood. He's accused in 4 killings and convicted on 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of manslaughter. Gail Slack says she helped raise the 27-year-old on Alabo Street in the lower 9th Ward.
I just hope that if they catch him, they don't hurt him.
Groves and 4 others are still on the run after breaking out of the Orleans Parish Jail. Orleans Parish District Attorney Jason Williams is scared. He says not of what Groves did, but of what he might do next.
2 of the lawyers who I tried that case with, who successfully went forward, able to get a conviction on that case. These lawyers got out of town this weekend with their families out of fear of retribution.
Antoine Massey doesn't belong on an ankle monitor. Antoine Massey doesn't belong on the first floor of an unsupervised pod.
According to documents WWL Louisiana got, investigators say 33-year-old Sterling Williams, a jail maintenance worker, is facing charges after he confessed to helping the inmates escape. The documents say he acted under the orders from escaped inmate Antoine Massey, who allegedly threatened to shank him if he refused, though Williams' attorney denies that account. Matt Dennis with Assured Supervision Accountability Program, or ASAP, an electronic monitoring company, says Massey has been escaping for years, dating back to 2007.
In November of 2023, Antoine Massey was ordered into our ankle monitor program, and he was placed on ankle monitor, and 2 very short hours later, he cut his ankle monitor off.
Also, among the escapees still on the run is 26-year-old Linton Van Buren. He's accused of second-degree murder. Then there's 31-year-old Leo Tate, wanted on multiple gun and drug charges as well as burglary. The oldest of the group, 42-year-old Jermaine Donald, is awaiting trial for a second-degree murder charge. I asked LSP if the search for the inmates is limited to Louisiana or it's nationwide. They could not confirm whether the search has moved beyond the state, but they did say they're working with all local, state and federal partners and using all available resources to track down the fugitives. Eleanor Tabone, WWL, Louisiana.
We have are now monitoring 2 different jailbreaks in Southeast Louisiana, with the latest one happening yesterday in Amite. One inmate is seen on camera escaping from the Tanville Parish jail. And get this, it's the second time this inmate has escaped over the past year. Meanwhile, 5 inmates remain on the run from the Orleans Justice Center a week after that breakout happened. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I'm Sharice Gibson, and tonight we have learned another person has been charged for allegedly helping the Orleans inmates escape. Trevon Williams is already an inmate in the Orleans Justice Center. Investigators say he helped with the initial jailbreak. And a woman who allegedly helped 3 of the escaped inmates is sitting in jail on a $1 million bond. And today, NOPD arrested Casey Smith, who's on your screen, after they say she helped them drive around once they broke out. Alyssa Curtis was inside of the courtroom when the judge set Smith's bond. Alyssa, how exactly are they alleging she helped?
Well, Sharice, according to the Attorney General's office, Casey Smith admitted to driving some of the escaped inmates around days after they broke out of jail. There's been some inconsistencies with the number of inmates she helped, but today in court they said 3. Her lawyer, though, says that is not entirely true. According to the judge, the warrant says Smith was a co-conspirator with someone who received a phone call from the inmates. We learned that the co-conspirator is Courtney Harris, and the 2 are allegedly cousins. The Attorney General's office says Smith confessed to helping the inmates yesterday, days after their escape last week. But Smith's lawyer says the person responsible is Courtney Harris, not Casey Smith. Her lawyer says Smith was simply in the car with her cousin, who got a call and later gave a few men a ride. Smith's lawyer says she didn't know who the men were, but the Attorney General's office says that is not possible, as these men's faces were plastered all over national news. Again, the AG's office says Smith confessed to allegations that happened yesterday. I do want to point out that Courtney Harris was arrested Wednesday. The judge again set her bond at $1 million. Sharice?
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. So every minute counts as this massive manhunt continues for these 5 fugitives. Derek Groves, he's 27 years old, and he's accused in 4 killings and convicted on 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of manslaughter. Linton Van Buren, he's 26. He's accused of 2nd-degree murder. And then there's Leo Tate, 31 years old and facing multiple gun and drug charges, plus burglary. Jermaine Donald, who is 42, he's the oldest of the group. He is awaiting trial for 2nd-degree murder. And now a jail maintenance worker is charged with helping them get out. That is Sterling Williams. He's 33 and admitted to assisting the inmates. And he told investigators he was threatened by a stabbing by Antoine Massey, who is also one of the escapees. But Williams' attorney denies that claim. Massey was jailed in March, accused of car theft and domestic abuse by strangulation. We have a new look at the first 7 days of the jailbreak with a detailed timeline as victims, witnesses, and even prosecutors are forced into hiding. You can watch it anytime on WWL+. Just download this app on your television to watch for free.
Are you throwing away money on your car insurance?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Try Insurify. We help you compare quotes and save half on your car insurance.
I like it when things are convenient and save me lots of money.
Go to Insurify.com and save up to $1,000 a year on your car
That
insurance.
bitch had tried dogging. All right, I'm back in here. Yes. We back in the building with another podcast vlog. This is Raw Dope Podcast Vlog, and I'm your host, Hand 5000. And in my famous words, I got to tell you, good morning. What's happening? Man, we got a lot of shit on the chopping block today. A lot of things on the chopping block. A lot of things. No, they hate me because I outwork them bitches. You feel me? You gotta hate a hard-working man. You got to. So I'm a hard-working motherfucker. I don't get tired. But I'm in that girl, Remy Martin butt. Man, Remy butt. You feel me? I'm in Remy Martin butt. The Prophet, what's good? Y'all niggas giving me 2 minutes and dipping. You know what I'm saying? That's cool too. I don't watch nigga shit. Niggas ain't consistent on it. But let's go. What we got going on here? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, bro. Good morning, sis. What's happening? Third World Studio in the business probably dipped on me. You still in here, Spaz? Say something. Prophet, you still in here? Say something. If not, I'm just get busy like the Bucky dance. I ain't tripping off of nothing. You heard me. I'm gonna make it happen. They get in here. They get in here. I like the locks because they get the looking wild. Skincare good. Nah, my little glow. Get your soul glow. You know what I mean? I'm ready to chop it up today, man. Y'all hold on. I pull my motherfucking shirt down. Get all my stuff together, man. You know what I'm saying? Little wrinkle. That's what happened. But hit that notification button. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. Leave a comment. That's my computer. If you wonder why I'm clutching over there, that's my computer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mac's always on deck. You know what I'm saying? Mac's always on deck. You see that? Gotta have that. The Mac's always on deck. You know what I'm saying? The computer has to be on, bro. Gotta have a computer. But hey, what's good, everybody? So again, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's happening? Let me double tap the screen and give myself a like. Cause I likes me. I likes me. I likes me. You heard me? Yeah, let me go ahead. Let me get that in there. I likes me. But yeah, man, New Orleans, more people have been arrested in connections with the jailbreak of the New Orleans inmates. So I found that quite interesting. I mean, dudes broke out of jail. Right? Dudes broke out of jail. They got out. That's why for you guys, it just tapped in. That's why my thing says Remy Martin versus Papoose, Diddy, you know what I mean? The week, you know what I mean? The report on there, everything's on there and it says and more. Here's my and more. I used to get at the end. That jail 5 inmates still on the run for the Parish a week after, but so many people got arrested. So many people got arrested in this case, and one is a jail employee. And they, like I said, dude said he was going to shank him. Dude got scared. They said they don't know why he ain't reported. I think he's going to get in trouble and get a bunch of time in jail for the simple fact of the matter. Dude said he was going to shank you. Once you cut it open, you should have went and told him, dude threatened me with a knife. I had to cut the water off and did your job. But other than that, man, you're going to sit in prison. You know what I'm saying? You're going to prison. You know what I mean? You got $1 million bail. You know them people down in New Orleans damn well can't afford $1 million. You know what I'm saying? It's rough down New Orleans. And $1 million bail is out of reach for the average New Orleans person. The average New Orleans person, $1 million bail is out of reach. That's $50,000 to get out. I'm quite sure they still on the 10%. So $100,000, 10%, but you know, you really have to pay $100,000. So if you have a property at a value of $100,000, you could get out. $50,000 cash, you can get out. There's all types of ways the $1 million bail can be posted. I seen dudes posted. You know what I mean? My one OG around my way had $1 million bail. OG Herb. Bobo, you remember that Herb? But they kept raiding Herb houses and Herb was on fire. Man, he had $1 million bail. And I seen that boy get out of jail. This in the 90s. So I'm saying $1 million bail. I seen dudes do. Shout out to my man, Hot Dot. I seen Hot Dot get out on a $750,000 bail. So I seen dudes post them bails. They all postable when your family on top of it. But please hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button. But I want to get into this last clip with these people that got locked. I'm gonna get into this last clip, and then I'm gonna get into your girl Remy Martin. Well, then first you can start by hitting that notification button, hitting that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. And no, I'm not talking about Tupac. Why you come on? You try to come off as a smart person, but read the thumbnail. If YouTube recommended you here, read the thumbnail and get to know me. Don't get to coming in here just because you can type and get to talking. Read the thumbnail. We're talking about Diddy, Remy Martin, SCRILLA, baby, and the New Orleans breakout. That's what we doing. I'm from Baltimore. Yes, I am. West Baltimore, Northwest Baltimore, to be exact, by the way of the DMV. That's DC, Maryland, and Virginia. I'm from Baltimore, West Baltimore. You goddamn right. Yes.
Orleans Parish.
Dude, too, fool. Ooh, yeah, I'm from Baltimore. Home of the Wire. Subscribe, though.
Escaped the jail and 5 inmates
and roll
are in
up.
custody. Take a close look at this. These are the men still on the run tonight. The search has also led to the arrest of 5 people accused of helping the escapees. Today, a judge set the bond for a 5th accused accomplice who allegedly helped the men escape. Jacob Bradford has a breakdown of what all happened this week.
Last Friday, a scene you'd think you'd see in an action movie caught on the Orleans Justice Center cameras. 12:23 a.m. Inmates started yanking on a cell door, eventually pulling it off its track.
Appreciate you,
They
man. Subscribe to my
entered the cell,
channel.
then
Appreciate
10
you, brother.
escaped from a hole in the wall behind a toilet. Inmate Trayvon Williams is said to have helped them in their escape, although the exact details of how he helped are not known at this time. At 1:01 a.m., the escapees are seen running through a loading dock door, scaling a wall before they were spotted running across the interstate as cars hit the brakes to avoid crashing into them. Sometime before 1:30 a.m., police say Courtney Harris, along with Casey Smith, picked up Leo Tate, Jermaine Donald, and a third unknown escapee in the 1700 block of Dupree Street off Washington Avenue near Central City. Police say they dropped that third inmate off just minutes later at South Broad and 4th Streets. Then police say they drove to Dale Street in New Orleans East, where witnesses say they spotted Jermaine Donald, who asked them for money before leaving. About a half hour later at 2:11 a.m., surveillance cameras capture video of Antoine Massey, Lenton Van Buren, and Derek Groves walking down an alley off Barone Street in the CBD. Video also shows them crossing Howard Avenue at Barone. It wasn't until nearly 7.5 hours later at 8:30 a.m. that the sheriff's office says employees discovered the inmates missing during a routine head count. And a half hour after that, at 9 a.m., Sheriff Susan Hudson says she was notified.
You got to go inside the facility and be able to see. They could have been anywhere. We have to make sure that's exactly what happened.
That's true.
We have to pull all the video and
That's
find
true.
out what happened. That takes a little bit of time.
At 9:58, escapees Kendall Miles and Corey Boyd are seen walking in the French Quarter on Project NOLA crime cameras. At about 10:15, Fox 8 breaks the story. 10:30, New Orleans police learn of the escapes, and at 10:50, the sheriff's office notifies the public. The next recording of an escapee comes in at 11:12, as video shows Miles' arrest in front of the Hotel Monteleone, hiding under a parked car. Miles was originally in the OJC on robbery and second-degree murder charges. 7 inmates were still on the loose.
Did no one see this on the cameras? Is anyone watching the cameras? Because you would think that this would be like a huge system behind this. Like, hey, you know, there's a bunch of people now running out the building.
Throughout the weekend, scenes like this were seen around the city. This video was taken Saturday afternoon on the I-10 service road in New Orleans East. Large armored trucks and SWAT teams from Louisiana State Police rushing to chase down leads and make arrests. On Sunday, the reward for tips leading to an arrest increases to $20,000 per inmate.
In addition to the FBI increasing their award from $5,000 to $10,000, I would ask that you go ahead and increase the Crime Stoppers award to $5,000. That's a $3,000 increase. Senator Henry and I are going to cover that now.
Around 7 the following evening, police recaptured 21-year-old Gary Price in the East. Price was originally in jail on first-degree murder and domestic abuse charges. Tuesday, jail maintenance worker Sterling Williams is arrested, charged with helping the inmates by turning off the water to the toilet they escaped behind. His bond is set at $1.1 million. His attorney and family say he was following orders from a deputy to shut the water off to the toilet that was allegedly clogged.
Stay strong, Sterling. We're coming to get you.
Sterling strong.
Sterling
Sterling strong.
We're here for you, Sterling.
We're here for you.
Investigators say Williams was threatened with being shanked if he did not shut that water off. Attorney General Liz Murrell says Williams had plenty of time to alert his supervisors.
I think that he made some bad decisions. I mean, I don't think that he had to do any of the things that he did.
Shortly before 8 Tuesday evening, 19-year-old Corey Boyd is arrested at an apartment building on Iberville Street. Police arresting 4 women they say helped the inmates, such as driving them around the city and sending money. That includes 30-year-old Casey Smith, 32-year-old Courtney Harris, 38-year-old Cravante Baptiste, and 59-year-old Connie Whedon. And tonight, these are the 5 inmates that are still on the run. 27-year-old convicted killer Derek Groves, 32-year-old Antoine Massey, who was wanted in St. Tammany Parish for rape and kidnapping, 42-year-old Jermaine Donald, and 26-year-old Lenton Van Buren are facing charges of second-degree murder.
Send my salams to the brother Wallow in the building, man. You catching me on the road, man, you're going to meet my brother Wallow, bro. Another camera guy. He about to make his channel too. Make sure y'all follow Wallow True. I'm about to be the first. I'm the first podcaster that ever streamed from a corner store. And that's coming this summer. Don't worry about it, y'all. Don't worry about it. I'm coming. All right, so we got to get into the bread and the butter. Where y'all want to go at first? Where y'all want to go at? Because I don't even care if nobody comes, nobody hangs with me. I don't care. I do my thing, and hey, whatever. You know what I mean? But this woman got to be stopped. I commented on her page. People went viral. Oh, I heard this. This shit is getting deep. So we gotta get a little messy this morning. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. I'm in the building, man. Hey, if you want to donate, man, drop something in that Cash App. It don't matter. But hey, be on the lookout, man, for them that RBS screen. I promise it's gonna be litty.
It's good.
Yo, man, Papoose, yo.
Jack, can you hear me?
I want y'all to hear this, man. It's Pat. Yo, PR! I do my shit. Hold up. I gotta do my shit. I gotta do my shit. My man, Yuri, come on. I gotta do my shit. I gotta do my shit. I gotta do my shit.
Even when I got stabbed in my
do
back.
my shit.
Even when I got stabbed in my back by the person that I moved mountains for, fought battles,
Let's
did
go.
everything, climbed, was super loyal.
Let's go.
Still didn't slam me.
When I get my bags in the building, I show off. Got my bag. You heard me, yeah? Do my shit. Do my shit. This Papoose leaning on Remy. I believe Pat. I'm with Pat.
Don't entertain it.
I'm with Pat. I'm with Papoose.
She's bitter. She's miserable. Yeah, that's a fact. But you mentioned my children, and that I'm not letting ride. So with that being said, you abandoned my child for months. I'm sorry, for days at a time. Knowing she had to go to school the next day, knowing I had to go to work the next day, so she want to get up on you and say, "Oh, you don't have a job," because when I got the executive position at TuneCore initially, knowing I had to go to work the next day, knowing my daughter had to go to school, you stayed out with the lane. You stayed out with the lane. You want to talk, and you stayed out with the lane while your daughter was crying for you. Tears. Also, she wanted to talk about all of this money talk and all of this and what I don't got and what I got. Since I met her, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth.
Damn.
And with me saying,
So, for all them people that want to take up Remy for Remy Mine, I ain't mean to clip it off. That girl is Drake. Remy Drake. Call her Drake Ma. Drake Ma. The boy wrote all your raps. Boy wrote. We knew that though. We knew that was Pat behind that pen. We did. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew that. Everybody. If you didn't, you a motherfucking fool. I'm a hip hop head. I thought Remy could rap, but you know what I mean. I ain't know like she with, but I said what she gotta say.
Shalom.
She's better.
Oh, I'm never posting nothing because people don't understand. When I type shit out or when I write shit, they don't understand. I am live as we speak. When I type things in, people don't understand. I can't on and tell your lies. Don't type your lies. Tell them. Speak. While people talking to you, you read the comments. You can't keep up with them if you do that, right? I'll wait. Because I've been sitting by my phone all fucking day because I know you can't take the L. You can't take the public people not on your dick. You can't take that, right? Every time
yo,
you come up,
Remy Ma, and yo, she don't even look real. She don't even real. This is kind of this mad girl to come up. You would have come up. Pat is straight and Caressa is straight. Easy don't got a bag like Pat. It's a fact.
I'm gonna drag you every time, Willie. Every time. I was just trying to get back with you yesterday. Get back with what? Get back with what? Why the fuck would I be trying to get back with you, sir? Stop lying to these people.
Hey.
Did y'all look at the date on that fight? Oh, so easy to foul. He found that today. Keep out this today. Who gave you the money? They gave you the money. You should be thankful. Look at me doing your favors again. I got y'all lit. All the blogs pick y'all up. You can use all my perks, all my front row perks, all my jewelry perks, all my jacket perks. Y'all lit. I got y'all lit. And look at me again, still doing your favors. I got your boy entertained. Look at him. Look at him over there. Emotional. You're an emotional creature. Men are emotional creatures. You know, I have no ill will towards you, Papoose. Men are just emotional creatures. You over there on your little Instagram page, I helped you get all your little followers. Oh, I was trying to get back here. Y'all, would y'all like to see my messages from yesterday? Here's my phone right here. Would y'all like to see my messages from yesterday?
And then the nigga easy
Let's
just.
go to my messages.
I'm gonna tell you like
Let's
this.
go. Let's flip this real quick.
Let me pause this. This is why the dude easy. This is why me. I don't give two fucks about it, to be honest. But it's content, and I'm just gonna build off the content. But hey, I got knocked off before. You get what I'm saying? I got knocked off before, it cheating and shit like that. Yo, you just got a man up. You know what I'm saying? She just warming up. You got caught. Like, hey, all right, bet this was working better than my marriage was working better. It's over me and Papoose. I got caught cheating. It is. She's gonna have thousands and millions of women on her side to believe that she did the right thing. She's gonna have millions of women that's not on her side. But at the end of the day, my opinion, I got my own opinion, Doug. My opinion, Remy fucked up and she doing the most. Papoose, regardless of what's his stance, I've been a Papoose fan since Faces of Death. You know what I'm saying? So Pat been just a cool, laid back, trill nigga. He put hands on your boyfriend. He said, I didn't put hands on that coon because he was fucking my wife. I put my hands on that coon because he shook my hand and he was fucking my wife. That's what it is. Like, yo, you fucking my wife, nigga. Brush me off, nigga. Don't dap me down like we cool and then you going out the back. That ain't that's man law. You know what I'm saying? One thing my father always told me, yo, if you catch a girl cheating, you never check the player, yo, you check the bitch. But when the player think that he could play with you, with your bitch or with your lady, with your wife, with your baby mom, whatever, that's when you got to show him that you the alpha male. And what Papoose showed him is the alpha male. Because he ain't gonna jump on that camera and get to talking that gangster shit. Because Pap like, hey, look, yo, we can shoot the fade, bro. And then it's like, it's embarrassing because two men fighting over a woman. If it's over, it's over. I don't think Pat give a fuck. But at the end of the day, he should care. It's my wife. We ain't divorced yet. We have a child together. We've been together 20-something years, bro. Man gonna have feelings. A woman gonna have feelings. So I don't knock the man for that. But I believe when he got on the internet, I believe every word that he said, bro. Because he wasn't flinching or nothing like that. He never threw Remy under the bus. He never was bad mouthing Remy. He never was saying nothing out the way. It was Remy doing a thing. They gotta go with it. Yeah, because yeah. Yeah, so it wasn't Pap the whole way. Pap cool just like any man to be. Yo, hey, look, I lost my wife. Whatever reasons it may be, it is what it is. I ain't really trying to be public. We got a kid together. You want to put it public. She says she likes to keep things in the closet. Your whole life is on the camera. Their wedding was on the camera. Him bitten, him doing everything he did was on the camera. So the public looked at them as a model couple for black love. That's true indeed. Everybody was feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was feeling that. Don't even matter if he was black, white, Chinese, Asian, Filipino. People was feeling that. Like, man, a good man and a good woman standing strong, keeping their head up, going through this industry and staying locked in. You get what I'm saying? He said, where easy lose a lot of points and me running your mouth. That's what dudes do. Dudes run their mouth like girls. You get what I'm saying? You run around in the street saying you fucking the man's wife. It got back to the man. The man watched, the man found out, and the man moved on. So that's my opinion. Let's finish listening to Remy lies.
Look what he saved that. Bozo. Let's scroll down. Let's go to yesterday. This is yesterday. Let's go up. Look at him being my friend. Sending me pictures of the baby. My daughter's sleep. This is Tuesday. My daughter's sleep at 11:18. My daughter's sleep. She sleep. This she sleep. This is the other day. This is the other day. Everything's fine, right? Ain't no issues. You ain't telling you sending those type of texts at 11 something at night, right? Okay, what I said, leave my baby alone. She should be thanking me. That's it. Everything he got yesterday at 10:59. Can you send me your lawyer's name and number? Just call my lawyer again. Like I told you, you have not retained or paid her. Tell Clarence to pay it. He will do it. I'm on hold. We'll be speaking to my lawyer shortly. I have no clue who that is. Spoke to my lawyer. We are meeting Saturday. Then we'll be ready for mediation. My lawyer just spoke to the person who said was your lawyer, and she stated she
Ain't none
still
of this
hasn't
make
been
sense.
retained, and that you should reach out. That should reach out to you. I'm tired of y'all playing public image games with me, and I'm being the bigger person, not playing back. I tried to be nice, but you played in my face. Garbage day is tomorrow, which is today. All things not belonging to me and my daughter will be on the curb tonight. I've been storing it for over 6 months. That's over 2. I spoke to my attorney again. She did not speak to your attorney since her and I spoke. We are meeting Saturday, which is as soon as her schedule allows. After that, we will be ready to proceed. The graduation is June 6th, right? No, it's June 5th. Stupid.
None of those text messages saying nothing. Like, it ain't no text message saying I want to get back with you or I miss you. None of the text messages saying nothing. Yeah, Remy line, bro. Like, bro, get back to Remy lines. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Remy, bro. Especially because I'm a big Pump fan. But Remy, I ain't fuck that. I'm on homie time on this. For real shit. Like, she bluffing.
Get back what you win. Stop playing with me. Every time you say something, I'm a bomb you. Shall I scroll back to when you was in Africa and people was wishing they got their shots? Shall I scroll back to them? When we scroll back to them, play with me. Play with me. Play with me. And my daughter goes to bed at 9:30 at night. 10:30 in the bed.
What it is.
So if he's telling you I was talking to calling my daughter, it's a lie. My daughter has her own phone. She has her own phone. Okay? Stop playing with me, sir. Oh, and you just found that today. Look at the date. If anybody that just came in and just missed that, don't play with me, sir. Don't play with me. Nobody was trying to get you back. If I wanted to get you back, all I had to do was just listening to the cries and the pleading. I have that too. You want me to play the audio of you crying? Or do you want me to press the button?
Now, listen. We are bad. Now, I'm going to be 100 right now. I'm going to be a buck right now. What's wrong with a man or woman, crying about their wife or their husband? That's the game where the world get it twisted at. What's wrong with that? Pleading with my wife to come back home. What's wrong with that? Would that make you a sucker because you really love your wife and you have a child by that and you don't want your daughter to grow up in a broken home? Like, any man in his common sense want to fight, you know what I mean, for their household. You get what I'm saying? Any woman with common sense want to fight for their household, but when it don't work, it don't work. Don't nobody want their kids coming up. We all watch the Hustables, Family Man, and Roseanne. Don't nobody want to come up in a house with no broken home. It happens. Look, yeah, like, come on, man. I go, brother, right there. I cried like shit when I found out about my wife and how my life was about to change. Yeah, bro, because that's you. You was a man with your sons. I watch you with your sons engaging and being happy. What is wrong with that, bro? Like, bro, when we was coming up in kids and we had got married at 2022 and your wife cheat on you and it don't work, you ain't kid because you'll come on Rice's Town Road or Liberty Heights, get a drink and a homie's got a freak for you. Big buck freak around, man. You know what I'm saying? You could fuck your pain away. Man, when you get older and you get to locking in and get to having bills and get to having shit, bro, and that shit go left, man and woman side of things, it ain't good, bro. It ain't good because at the end of the day, what I learned as a grown man that you could leave a person alone. You understand what I'm saying? You could leave them alone and just do what you want to do. You could be single and just do what you want to do. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people behind bars for killing their significant others and crimes out of emotions that will never touch the streets again. You know what I mean? That literally never touch the streets again. Assalamu alaikum. I'm on YouTube. Yeah, I'm live, so I'm gonna call you when I get off. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. My good brother Khalil. You know what I mean? Congratulations to my Muslim brother Khalil, man, and his son, you know what I mean? Jaleel. That's crazy. His father actually brief is Khalil and his son's name Jaleel. That's crazy. But yeah, shout out to him. He just graduated from our School of Art, Chicago, bachelor's degree in music science. You know what I mean? He's a producer, engineer, producer. You know, shout out to him. Shout out to all the college graduates, by the way. We don't hear that much. Shout out to all the kids that graduated from elementary school, middle school, high school, and college. Shout out to the adults that obtained their doctors and their master this year. You get what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? Let's go. You know what I mean? Every push up $1. All right. What? You know what I mean? Hold up. You say push up or cush up. You know, because this ain't a workout. This ain't a workout vlog, nigga. 310 pounds, nigga. I ain't doing no push ups. But I got a punch. I promise you, I got a punch. I got a punch. Actually, I was just in the fade yesterday and almost put somebody on their head. Literally. Almost. I said, that's not the type of guy I am, but I almost had to put a kid on the head behind my knees. You know what I'm saying? Almost had to put a kid on the head behind the knees. I bet you that much. I bet you this. I bet you this. I bet you a quarter for every time I put you on your head, Matt. Edits. I bet a quarter, 25 cents every time we lock in, I slam you on your head. You know what I'm saying? But meet up with me and I guarantee you for 25 cents. So that's 4 drops on your head, you'll have a concussion. So that's $1. For the price of $2, I put you to sleep and have you in the hospital eating out of tubes without a knife, gun, baseball bat by me literally locking up with you that can do 20 push-ups and slamming you on your head 8 times for $2. You know what I mean? And that ain't even enough to get a pack of blunts. You know what I mean? That ain't it. But I guarantee you, though, I'm going to use you as my workout for the day and slam you on your motherfucking head for 25 cents 8 times, bro. And after that, you'll be in a hospital on machines eating your food. That's what I want to bet. You'll be in a hospital eating your food. Don't delete his messages. So I got time. You'll be in your hospital eating your food. Because that's how many times I'll put you on your head. On God, on my mother, on my daddy's soul, I'll put you on your head. Every time, over and over again. Over and over again. 8 times, bro. You'll be in there. They have all types of stuff swelling in your brain. Because that's how many times I literally slam you on your head. That's how many times I would, bro. I will slam you on your head, Jack. Every time. For $2. That's 25 cents a slam. The first one on your head gonna have you like I can't believe it, but I'm gonna keep picking you up and doing it over and over again. 8 times for $2. And then after that, watch doctors that just got out of college play with your brain to try to stop the swelling. Fuck is wrong with you? Let's get back to line Remy.
Bro, this ain't it. Stop. You're never gonna win this with me because I don't care anymore. Listen to me. Look at me. The woman that you knew, she is gone. You have successfully got rid of her. That lady that gave you grace, that saved face for you, that took the hit so that we both don't look crazy, even if it made me look crazy, because I feel like, oh, you know what, my celebrity can take it. Yours can't be, I can take the hit. She's gone. She's gone.
Let me ask y'all.
Now go explain that.
Now listen. Do Papoose look like he give 2 fucks? Last time I seen Papoose, he was doing this. This is the last time I seen Papoose. He was doing this. Last time I seen Papoose, he was doing this. With his body, and his lady was doing this. That's what was going on. So Remy saying that this man misses her so much that he's stressed out. It's no way, Jose, that I'm gonna believe this man missed that woman that much. When last time I seen him, his girlfriend was like this. He holding the things. You feel me? He's become a trainer. What the fuck is Remy talking about? He become a trainer. He done became a trainer. Last time I seen Papoose, his girl was rapping a song. You feel me? I can't see where is he so naive at. Let me finish playing this for y'all.
Let's slow down. Oh yeah, and there was no shots to go to Africa. It was pills. How do I know? Because the text came to my phone because he's still on my health insurance. He just didn't want you to go. That's all. So he could sit over there and call me every day about how being here just makes me think about everything. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. That? Not yesterday. I was laid up yesterday. Was I not laid up? Or we not laid up? Oh. What? Ew. I don't even want to cologne you. It's gross. Ew. Oh my God. Oh, come on. And you got me blocked. Emotional.
Yo. What does it sound like to y'all? Does it sound like this? Because we gotta hear Remy first. Ladies first. Ladies first.
Why I'm blocked? How you typing shit and trying to talk shit about me and got me blocked? I can't even see it. Thankfully, I know you can't take that out. I know you over there. What
it is, baby. Hit that like, run me up on the likes. Donate to the channel, y'all.
I'm going to do everything.
But I bet you one thing. Hold up. I bet you one thing. You know, girls talk that gangster shit. Papoose already laid it down. He put the coon to sleep. Better words of Papoose words. He put the lame to sleep already. Lane got the plan with me. I went backstage, knocked them all out in front of his mans and them. And that's the way this goes. And walked over him after I finished with him. So now, that girl keep telling Remy, hey, Remy, you talking this and talking that and talking this and talking that. Listen, what you want to do? What you want to do? What you want to do? Yes, and then she told it in the goddamn email. On Twitter, because you know women love to go to the Instagram. She told her, "What you want to fight or something?" Damn. And they Remy ain't saying that. Like, go meet up and go get hands, cause she go for broke. You heard me? Meet up and go throw hands. Pap ain't do all that talking. Dude shook his hand. You want to be fucking my girl behind my back playing games? I'ma slap the shit out you. When I see you, when he saw me, knocked him out. Bang! Boop, 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 bang! Bang! With the good time. And don't ever forget, Pat from Baby Baltimore, and that's Brooklyn, New York. You feel me? That's how we doing. You get what I'm saying? That's how we doing it. That's how we handle it. So that's the difference to me. Because you know, girls will say, you won't do that to a nigga. This and that. So now if he slapped the shit out Remy Martin in the mix of this, we know that your significant other ain't trying to step about you. So stop playing with me. But on top of that, I ain't got to do that. You my wife. I love you. I respect you. You my friend. You get what I'm saying? We shouldn't have to go through this. It's over with. We have a beautiful daughter together. That's 12 more years before she be 18 years old. Let's just handle this the right way. You happy. That's what you telling the world. You happy with this man. Cool. Do your thing. Because I could see a woman not that happy. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you happy, a happy woman ain't really talking that I got a kid with this man. And then if he was a real nigga, baby, don't feed in that. We not responding. We gonna get the divorce done, and that's it. I'm gonna be there with you every step of the way. You ain't ready to be no thing, because at the end of the day, you gonna keep talking about it, and y'all was the face of black love, and the people gonna side with who did the wrong first, whether it's you or him. So at the end of the day, let's work on the brand, get you back. Let's get these battles going. Let's just focus on the money, because Papoose and his lady damn sure focus on the money. She about to get back in the ring for another $1 million purse. Bro, a executive over Turncoat, bro, making moves. This show, bro, making moves. They making moves over there. For real shit. Y'all go Google it. Papoose and Caressa is making moves over there, bro. They getting some money over there. She's in the boxing, about to go over there and fight in Saudi Arabia. And you know that boy pay that money over there. Yo, I forget his name. I can't think of his name. Boxing, yo pay that money. Yo pay that money, bro. Yo pay that money. Yeah, I'm on YouTube trying to get some money. You know what I mean? So yeah, like she they in the game. Like she 30, they in the game. I think that's what hurting Remy the most. That he ain't got no loser, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, that little 6 minute, that little 10 minutes of fun. You feel me? Got you with a lifelong battle, bro. You ain't really feeling that nigga. Because if you was, you wouldn't say shit. Fuck that nigga. We ain't paying him no mind. We ain't paying him no mind. We ain't paying him no mind. And that shouldn't be a distraction for black love. You get what I'm saying? It's an industry thing. Like it's tough in the industry because they both fuck with people in the industry. You see what I'm saying? Just a boxer, one of them is into sports, and the other dude's a battle rapper. Like they both locked into industry. People was a public persona, and it's out there. So at the end of the day, they who winning? You know what I mean? Remy, you know what I mean? She never denied cheating. I mean, she don't say the man was cheating on her. This is what she want to do. She's trying to convince us that the man was doing something to her that made her do this, and which can be understandable. I one thing about me in this journalist game, you got to be 50-50 with everything. You got to be willing to listen to both sides of the story and have your own opinion. It's the United States of America. We got our own opinion, freedom of speech. You know what I mean? This is it. I truly don't give a fuck, but it's just funny to me. I just know I'm just not a Remy fan like I used to be, because I'm like, damn, shorty, you know what I mean? Nigga rolled it out. Same thing with a dude. Like, yo, nigga rolled it out with you on a bit. Yo ain't get you locked up. Yo ain't bringing no STDs home. Yo ain't bringing no kid home. You know what I'm saying? Why you doing like that with a rap nigga? Like a rap nigga, you got niggas standing around while this is what you doing, but you got his jaw attacked. And then when at the pap knocked him out, man, you went and put water and things on his face. He's a coon. I get knocked out about somebody's wife. I ain't messing with them. You out of order for dealing with somebody's wife when they together. Like you out of order for that. It happens out here, bro. But you cracking somebody's wife, bro. That's serious, bro. And I cannot sit up here and play with no woman or no man that's married. That's married, bro. They married. That's being hurt about their marriage, bro. And kids are involved. Like, come on, bro. I ain't with that. I'm just not that bad of a person, man. There's some serious shit that I don't think should be publicized. But here we go.
Everything. Stop lying to the fucking teeth that I paid for. Fucking liar. And go ahead and say I paid for so I can call my daughter godmother lunch in a fucking receipt. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like,
go ahead.
This is a bitter woman. What? Listen. 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 You say you paid for a nigga teeth. A man did a whole bit with you. Not only did a bit with you, 4 niggas got into it with Fat Joe about your money and everything. The man did everything he was supposed to do. Nothing Remy Ma has said yet in the public eye make a motherfucker believe like that's fucked up. Pap, you was doing that woman like that. Nothing. You can, yo, bro. You can look at somebody. At least I can. You could look at somebody and tell you when they tell you a lie, bro. I tell my girl that shit all the time, like with kids, with adults. You could really look somebody straight in their face and tell when they bullshitting you. The eyes don't lie, my nigga. The eyes don't lie, bro. And the way I'm looking at Remy, she got the nigga right there that got knocked out. This man knocked you out, duh. So you better stop talking. This is his wife right here, so she can run her mouth and do with all the shit. But you, my man, you don't have no control over nothing. You can't step the pat, and you can't tell your girl nothing. You can't say, baby, leave that shit alone on the internet. Y'all go get the divorce, work out some type of visitation with your kids, and let's move on with our life and this music shit. You can't do that. Hell no. Like, man, I did all this. Okay, you got his teeth fixed. Yo, the nigga wrote 90% of your raps. He wrote Conceited. He wrote your raps. He wrote your biggest hit all the way up. He wrote, you like Drake now to us. You know what I mean? You like Drake. Why you pull that out of him? If I knew somebody wrote all my shit, it just would be keeping it peace. Hey, look, it ain't working out. We could go through counseling. We could go through things. But once somebody gone, they gone. But this shit that Remy doing, I could tell she bluffing. She hurt deep down inside. You got this man laying all on you, fucking all on you. You really don't want that. But you got to take that because you got to hold on to that because you don't want to be hurt. You lost your husband. Same thing with a dude. Dude done lost his wife and you really love your wife and you know what I'm saying? Now you got a chick, you know you done fucked up with your wife and your wife is getting over what you done and she don't want to be around you. So you got this other chick right there, you holding it down as much as it is. That shit ain't gonna fucking last. any man to tell you that, bro. You can't go and hurt and try to go fix your hurt with a new relationship, bro. That ain't how it works. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how it works. That ain't it. You get what I'm saying? That ain't it. It don't work like anybody will tell you it don't work out like that, man. You feel me? You know what I mean? And then it's the crazy part about it is Papoose got him a 30-year-old. Remy start playing game. Oh, your daughter is oldest child's about to be 28 years old and all this and that. She know that. I'm 100% sure that man told her that. He told her that. Ain't nothing you saying to us that we don't, that the fans, and I'm 100% she don't know. But she trying to shoot the fade. And none of this is you gonna speak of her because she calling you out in the grown woman way. We're gonna have a family. This is what she told Remy. We're gonna have a family. You are invited to the barbecues. Just act right when you come. Then she said, do you want to fight? That's how she hit Remy, bro. Sound like a Baltimore girl to me. She from Michigan, Jack. They get down too. You know what I'm saying? Them women around the world that gets down. The Baltimore girls gets down. Them Philly girls gets down. Them DC girls gets down. Them New York girls gets down. Them Detroit, the Michigan girls, they getting down. You know what I mean? The Miami girls, they getting down. You know what I mean? I'm talking about being in colleges and going different places and being in job corps. Man, I'm telling you, some females, and I've been across the United States that go for both. Like they gonna get down. So I'm saying, Remy, New York chicks known for throwing their hands, slinging their knives, and swinging that. And them Michigan girls known for putting them paws on shit. So hey, it's a battle, Remy. But Remy, baby, you 40 something. This girl 30 and train every day. You know what I mean? She trains every day. She's doing push-ups. You feel me? Y'all forgot. Y'all look at it. Looking like baby May. Did you see that big giant she was fighting? Did you see how she did that big giant? And that fight, that big elegante looking girl, she was fighting. She put them paws on her. So just imagine she fighting under the whistle. She fighting under the bell. Imagine if she just got to get busy with that street shit. She gonna get busy. Papoose, the first nigga that made that girl that popped that coochie, my nigga. Papoose throwing the butters on her with them designer dress. She feeling Pap. She feeling Pap. Remy, you are the model girl for all the girls that ever wanted Papoose. You are the model girl. You are the model girl, baby. I'm here to tell you. Papoose was fucking up niggas' homes. You know what I mean? Papoose was making niggas had to step up. You think another woman don't want that? You tripping. You tripping. You tripping. Just like if your woman cook, clean, and do everything that you want, and do that, you think, and you telling everybody on TV, you think don't nobody don't want that? You think motherfucker ain't ready for you to fumble at the end zone? What? You tripping. You tripping. But let's get back in the Remy. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to Remy. You won't fight that girl. You won't talk that gangster shit to that girl.
Oh man, Mr. Man, Mr. Real Nigga, you sitting here like a girl posting on your page to make somebody that you just told me. I don't even know why you have a problem. I just met her. I don't even know why she's mad at you. I just met her. Doing all that. Like, stop playing with me. My bag, bro. Secure your bag.
I say, you know, listen. So listen, it's nothing wrong. You've been with a woman 20-some years, because this is where I'm like a defense attorney for the bros. Why wouldn't you tell your wife, your ex-wife, or somebody you love, I just met her, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why she hitting your phone. We just starting to kick it. Everything she's saying to me is Pat being a real nigga. Still knowing that I like Shorty, she cool, she like me, but still trying to fix it with his wife. Nothing makes him look bad in this. She's actually making him look better and better and better and better. Every word come off her tongue. Then the nigga in the back, yeah, the fuck is this? This is the WWE hip hop. Hip hop, the WWE.
Let her go. Fuck out of here. She talking about y'all got me fucked up. My lips all dry and shit. I'm in the mall trying to be low, trying to get me an outfit for tomorrow. And now this is when You want to compose. I've been waiting all day. I promise you. Promise you. By the way, my stepson called me. Want me to put him on my live? I put him on my live and let him go. I let him go. Mr. Great Dad, Mr. Great Husband. I will add him to my life and let him go on you.
His son's 28 years old. You just said it. His kids are grown. Where's the great dad coming in with a motherfucker that been grown for 10 years? Like, cut it out, my nigga. Cut it out. Like, stop it. Why did you be with him? If his son can air out his closet and say this man ain't a good father, why you was with him? If his oldest kid's telling you he never did nothing for me, he never did this, he never did that. Come on, you stepmommy. You've been around them since they was 3-4 years old, Remy. They love you. Of course, they gonna side with you on anything. Like, come on, you gotta play those games with kids. You gotta play those games with people that ain't grown, that don't know no better. You gotta play those games with the mentally challenged who brings that God has to protect them from everything because they're crazy. You know what I mean? Because their brains ain't functioning right. It don't make sense. What is his son gonna say? Boy, he been grown 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Come on.
He told me thank you. I felt bad after because I didn't even realize that. Like, oh shit, I could have just possibly put him and said thank you. Thank you, Remy. Weirdo. Oh, really see each other. Oh, you a girl. You a girl. Look at him. Emotional. Stop playing with me, sir. Stop playing with me. Matter of fact, let me get the Africa post on. Hold up. The only reason, if anybody's wondering why is he still on my health insurance, because it's against the law in New Jersey while you're going through a divorce to take them off of your health insurance. So unfortunately, I can't.
But why though would you want to take your child father off the health insurance? I'm 100% sure that he could pay what he's supposed to pay every month for his health insurance. Why you even bringing up health insurance? This is a problem with you and him. What does his teeth? What does anything happen? Tell me what he did you to make you cross him. That's what everybody want to hear, right? Leave it in the comment box. Don't we want to hear how he crossed you to make you go left? That's what we want to hear. That's all we care about. Nobody cares about Africa. Nobody cares about before he fell in love with his new girlfriend, what he told you. Nobody cares. Where is where he hurt you at? Where he crossed you at? Show me.
That I literally entertained just because I knew this day was gonna come. Weirdo. Weird to the dog. Hold on. We in Africa, right? I ain't go to Sierra Leone. Hold up. Call me later. I'm busy. Hold on. Sending me videos. Right now it's 1 minute. I can't make this up if I wanted to. Why do I care what degrees is out there? Small talk. Videos of everything that's going on. How do they balance that? I'm not gonna lie, the motor carts is fire. It's only 92 degrees. I'm shooting. It's supposed to rain. This and that's not. You already know when they give the temperature. Everything was fine. Look, you dressing like Brooklyn over there. You better get some Pente cloth. I hate traveling with a bunch of stuff. Stop it. You have clothes. Look, I hate traveling with a bunch of stuff, and I don't have any clothes anymore. I wear the same things all the time. Stop it. You have clothes. You just don't want to come get them. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yo.
What you talking about?
What did y'all hear anything that's crazy? You know what I mean? What pushed you to go against your vows? Thank you, B-Herb. That's what we waiting for. Everybody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear you constantly saying, we want to hear, look, I caught the nigga cheating, or the nigga was doing this, or woo, 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 woo. This is why I wasn't doing. Y'all ain't know this or that. You have nothing to say. That's what I am. Like, you're not holding nothing for a smoking gun. Be honest. Who cares about if Papoose and Remy Martin gets divorced? Nobody actually cares. Content creators and journalists and vlogs and social media platforms are doing it to get their monthly check. They cover the story. That's what it is. They are celebrity. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. That is my statement. In life, that's a fact. So whatever you say in the internet, like if you come on the block and you come out on the block and you start dragging your girl up and down the street, or your girl come out on the block, bust your head and flatten your tires, that is the talk of the neighborhood. Why? Because this wasn't an isolated event done in the house, done in y'all privacy. Y'all put it out there, so now everybody is casting judgments and opinions. That's the way it goes. Everybody's casting judgments and opinions. You know what I mean? Because y'all are putting shit on the internet. So anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. In my opinion, Remy Ma ain't said nothing to make a motherfucker be like, damn, Pat, you a dog motherfucker, man. I can't fuck with a nigga like you. You talk that black love shit, and then you doing some whole other shit. She haven't proven that beyond a reasonable doubt yet. Just like, you know what I mean? Cassie didn't prove to us that Diddy was sex trafficking around the United States and making her do shit that she don't want to do. They haven't proved that. When you say something, you have to prove it. If you can't prove it, you could think that. You could have those assumptions, you could feel that way, but you got to keep it to yourself because you have no facts to stand on. All you have is what's in your heart. You can't bring that to the masses of people because they're never going to understand, because they're like, yo, where your proof at? You playing. You don't have no proof. That you could feel that way. You could stay away from that person. You could cut that thing off. You could always tell that person, I know I'm going to stay the fuck away from you. It's nothing wrong with that, bro. But if you have no bro, sis, if you have no actual proof or something, you can't bring it to the mass, bro. Let's finish her and line Remy. Line Ma. She lying, bro.
Don't play with me. And the last time you was at the house, we was in the closet, remember? I recorded that too because you're a weirdo. So now I gotta do your weirdo tactics and record you and keep wrecking and stuff. Weirdo. Come back again. Come back again. Stupid.
Like that, nothing. She did nothing. She said nothing. It made no sense. You feel me? Correction says, I will read between the lines type person. Even if the lies are lies, I have a lot of respect for the truth. I heard so many lies today, it was crazy ones. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro, you just lying on the man, Remy. Like, I believe you. I believe it. Like, you lying, bro.
I don't care who brought up what. It's nothing for you to be like, I don't want to talk about that. It's nothing to be like, before you even start, like, yeah, we're not touching on that. Let's talk about what I have coming up, if that's really the case. Elephant in the room, I don't have to say it.
Now let's get to Pat.
With Hotels.com.
Now we're going to play a little bit of the Pat part before we get into this Skrilla baby and Diddy. It's the man Pat talk. Let me fast forward this shit.
So this guy said to me, because he's on the phone with one of his people running his mouth, they recorded it and sent it to me. But this is him on the phone.
No, yeah, that's when he talked about the coon. Ladies, pay attention.
I didn't do that because he slept with my wife. I did that because you shook my hand and then slept with my wife.
Right.
But the part I didn't tell y'all is, through this entire ordeal of her cheating with this lame, I started to notice that he had something on her. And I felt like he was blackmailing her. I always felt like he was blackmailing her. Just because the way she was moving and behaving. So I'm going to play an audio for y'all of him basically, in his own words, admitting to blackmailing her. Listen to this. So this guy said to me, because he's on the phone with one of his people running his mouth. They recorded it and sent it to me. But this is him on the phone. Let me just play it. Hold on.
I made shit, bro.
Now, when I started to feel like he was blackmailing her, I brought it to her attention. I said, listen, is it because this dude got something over you? Like, what's going on? She's staying out on days my daughter got to go to school. She's, my daughter's calling. She's not answering the phone. I'm calling. She's not answering when she's with this lame. Then she's with this lame for days at a time. It's like crackhead behavior. I'm like, yo, something is wrong. Are they using drugs or something? Like, what's going on with her and this lame? So I brought it to her attention. I said, yo, listen, if he's blackmailing you, if he's holding something over you, let me know. And we can handle that. We can handle that too. I brought that to her attention. But everything I'm telling y'all is not in order. It's just throughout the situation. So I bring it to her attention. I said, yo, let me know if this dude is blackmailing you, we can handle it. And she wouldn't say it. But then while she out with the lame and me and my daughter's home, because that's who was always with her every night while this was going on, she'd send me a random text. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know I'm a bad wife. I still got all these texts. So I don't even know why she's doing this. Oh, I know I'm a bad wife. I'm so sorry. Just saying things like that. And I'm like, damn, it's not like her. So maybe this dude holding something on her. I'm going to play the recording right now. This is the lame saying that he's holding stuff over her head.
Yeah, wrong. So far, she's saying she helped with me. I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go with that. But you're right, though. Anything happen? So that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, texts, and videos of her. That shit gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about. I'm saying that shit, that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's sparking is because you did all this shit.
Oh, let me play this again. Can y'all hear the audio?
Yeah, we can hear that shit.
Play it again.
Yeah, wrong. So far, she's saying she helped with me. I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go with that. But you're right, though. Anything happen? So that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, texts, and videos of her. That shit gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm saying that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's sparking is because you.
Now, bear witness to this. You just heard this lame, who she was dealing with since 2022, say in his own voice, I got videos and pictures of us. That's going to go whenever I say so.
Hey.
I don't care if she go back to him. This cheating gonna go when I say so. This is the same recording when he was up there clout chasing. Oh, I'm gonna be on Love and Hip Hop. I'm gonna get more followers. All of this foolishness, right? So y'all just heard the lame, the knockout victim, saying he got videos up. But let's listen to her telling me that, oh, by the way, one of the reasons why she's so angry at me is because she says, all of this is my fault. Y'all ready for this? Because I knocked him out. She said if I would have never knocked him out, she would have been stopped talking to him. She said the fact that I knocked him out, she had to keep talking to him because she didn't want him to expose things. I highly suspected that they was using drugs together. I heard someone say earlier while she was on live, are you high? She moves very strange. I seen a video where she looked outside of herself. I'm not accusing her of anything. This is not my style. But the fact that you mentioned my children and fabricated all these stories about me, about this money, when I wrote 90% of your rhymes since I met you, I can type a word from any one of your verses for the past time I've been with you. I wrote like 3 songs on your first album. I can come in my email drafts right now, which has dates on them, y'all. 2016, 14. And you can literally see her lyrics pop up. The whole rapper pop up. But let me say this, though. Let's get to this part right here. We just heard him admit that he's blackmailing her, right? Now, let's listen to her telling me that he's blackmailing her, that she would have been stopped talking to him. Since you want to get on here and fabricate and fake big this lame up, have you noticed since I moved on, you never see her with the lame no more? She was sneaking around with him in restaurants. What was that? Cheese Factory, matching outfits, losing the battle on stage, getting cooked by Geechee, getting cooked by Suge. This nigga get cooked every battle. I don't know what type of rap is this dude, man. Never lost a battle in my life. But anyway, keep it moving. We don't care about that. She tried to make it about Clarissa. I just met Clarissa in July last year. I've been dealing with this with you since 2022. Clarissa has nothing to do with this. She's very angry because Clarissa is shining like the diamond she is. World-class champion, Olympic winner. She has nothing to do with this. Actually, Clarissa went on a...
I know that made Remy mad when she watched this. He said, what is she mad at Carissa for? She's shining like the diamond she is. I just met her last June. But notice I told y'all that in the beginning. I told y'all that in the beginning of the joint. Like, hold up, bro. This a new chick. So if you meet a new chick and you still in love with your wife, you calling her talking about it and shit like that or whatever. Like, come on, bro. Like, everybody try to dehumanize reality. I don't. You know what I mean? But yeah, I told you what this is about. Like, if he would have been scratching, trying to do shit, pick up battles, she would have been a laughing joke. All the girls would have been laughing, running around, saying shit under their breath. Oh, that's he? Yeah, she got, you know what I mean? All this and that. But now it's like, oh, he ain't fucked up. He ain't locked up. His health ain't declining. You get what I'm saying? And he got a new chick and she getting money and he's still getting money. You get what I'm saying? And you with a dude that you gotta build a bear again. Whether you build Pat up, you build Pat up to be a provider, your significant other. So y'all bring each other up. So you don't get no points for that. You with a girl, she with a dude, you get your girl some money, or you do something for your woman, like you don't get no points for that shit. A girl do something for her nigga, she don't get no points for that shit in the public eye. With their significant other, yeah, you gonna earn that. Yeah, damn, you here for me 100%, bro. But when you break that bond, bro, like loyalty is a tough thing to break. A lot of people take it for granted. Disloyal ass people do disloyal ass shit they whole fucking life, so they can never understand the loyalty crowd. You get what I'm saying? If you don't have one thing, you kiss and you love somebody and you be with somebody, you ain't got enough respect to talk to them before you go out here and let somebody else think they got one up on the one that you struggle with, that you've been through pain with. This man came on a visit and seen you. Just like girls going to visit and see a nigga. You get what I'm saying? Now listen, if you do the right thing by your person and your person fuck you over, you got that right. You got the right to be the way that you is. You get what I'm saying? But if that man ain't did nothing to you, bro, and you were just tired of it, you should have just brought that to his attention, bro. Like, you should have brought that to the attention. Y'all vows was to death do y'all part. Through sickness and health, for better or worse, to death do us apart. You get what I'm saying? That's the oath. That's why a lot of people scared to take that oath, and that's why a lot of people take that oath because they not playing. If two people not playing, you gonna get a grandma and granddaddy story. When somebody get in a marriage or anything, and one person playing and they don't know how to control shit, you get what I'm saying? They just get out of their body. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You have situations like this, bro. But at the end of the day, if I wasn't with my significant other, I wouldn't want to see her fucked up. I should hope she wouldn't want to see me fucked up. Like, what part of the game is that? You get what I'm saying? And this right here, though, we're just hearing both sides of the story. So you got your own opinion. In my opinion, bro, I believe Pat.
Breakfast Club did an interview and said she don't have a problem with her. This, which aired yesterday. Yesterday morning, I wake up to a phone call of her being belligerent, being a narcissist, screaming on my phone, claiming that Clarissa disrespected her. How did she disrespect you? She said she don't have a problem with you. Then, in the process of that phone call, she asked me, so are you done with me? Are you done with me? I said, is that a question? Am I done with you? I said, she said, you moving forward with the divorce? I said, yes. My attorney, she want to fabricate these stories talking about not retaining an attorney. The last time I spoke to REM, we said, listen. I spoke to my attorney. Saturday is the day that her schedule allows for me to come in. I have been interviewing different attorneys trying to pick the right one. I wanted to get a civilized divorce where we don't have to do none of this clown shit. She never wanted to do that. Just in recent time, she started to claim, when I say recent, I mean past few weeks, she started to claim that, she wanted to get the private divorce. So I said, okay, good. So when she called me the other day, tried to get back to me yesterday, and I declined because she was so mad about Clarissa, so angry because I finally moved on. She see us living our life. She talking about doing something for the gram or doing it for this and that. I'm living my life. I lived over there with you. I tolerated your foolishness, your cheating, and your adultery for years and years and years for the sake of my child. Moving on along, I just played an audio to y'all of Delane admitting that he's blackmailing her. Now I'm going to play an audio of her telling me that he's blackmailing her. Basically saying,
Papoose need to get a podcast, man. I'm on this channel. Pap, get a podcast, Pat.
She says that if I would have never knocked him out, none of this would happen. So one of the reasons why she has so much animosity towards me is because I knocked him out. I'm letting y'all know that right now. That's one. I'm going to tell y'all the other two later. Oh, it gets worse. Hold on. You want to be funny? I could be funny too. But I'm going to be funny with the truth. You lie, you lie, and you lie. You have the audacity to come on here and make up a fake story and say, oh, my mother called me. I love her saying, come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. First and foremost, you talking about your mother called you about a YouTube video that everybody know they make fake videos on YouTube. Remy's in the hospital, Papoose this, that, this person, that. Those, we all know those is fake. You just mad because you see us moving on in our life, right? You want to fabricate a story about, and I still say my mother-in-law because me and her had a tight relationship like that. And I would never say anything to disrespect her or anybody in the entire family. You lied and said, I said, go get your brothers. That's cap. Everybody know I'm close. I'm more close to them and show them more love and support than you do. But let's keep it moving. So we already played the audio of Delane, the knockout victim.
The knockout
They didn't
victim.
even fight back. That's what made me mad. I would have just clipped
What
him
up,
and kept it
Slim?
pushing. But the fact that
I'm motherfucking DC.
I seen that the nigga was soft when I ran down.
Love for y'all motherfuckers. Y'all just don't know.
He ain't even gonna fight back.
No, y'all gotta
Nigga was like a dead headlights. But that's another story. Knocked him out. It's no mystery.
I know my DC nigga like to put the funnels in their papers and
holding
go.
my hand, the whole shit. But let me show y'all the audio of her. Check this out. I want y'all to listen to this. Can y'all hear me?
Hold up, get out there. You know, shout out to the whole DMV, DC, North, East, Southwest, all the hoods of DC. I was just out DC, man, with my brother E-Class. Shout out to young E-Class holding it down out DC, man. Check out his prison stories on YouTube. I be out there. Shout out to 37th Street Killer, Young Jose. You know what I mean? I'm tapped in with them. They show me love, man. Been trying to get Aunt Glizzy on the platform for a minute. Shout out to Aunt. He showed me some love. You go back. My brother keep it in the G News and you know what I'm saying, jumped on the joint and you know, they was just shooting the bobo. I ain't gonna call it nothing serious. They were just shooting the bobo. Aunt told us the screen recording and put us out. So shout out to Aunt Glizzy, man. Killer, KRG Killer, Young Jose, man. Free threats. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the artists out there. Shout out to Big Psych, what he got going on. Again, my man E-Class. Shout out to my man Zoe from out Maryland, you know what I'm saying, that be tapped in real heavy with the DC guys, man. And you know, everybody know out DC, man. I fucks with DC. You get what I'm saying? I fucks with DC. That's two places, you know, Baltimore, us Baltimore people do know that's really, 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 you know, share, you know, a little different type of, you know what I mean, a gift and a curse. DC, Baltimore, Philadelphia. No, we fucks with Philly real heavy. I fucks with Philly real heavy. I feel like a lot of Baltimore dudes, especially in the Islamic community, we fuck with Philly. And a lot of Baltimore dudes fuck with DC dudes. A lot of DC dudes fuck with Baltimore dudes. True story. A lot of DC dudes fuck with Baltimore dudes. A lot of Baltimore dudes fuck with DC dudes. Baltimore got the attitude and the perception that we not the DMV, we Baltimore. That's true. I felt like that for a long ass time too. I'm not even gonna lie. We ain't the DMV, we Baltimore. Then I had to pay attention to reality. I had to pay attention to reality and say, damn, y'all, we live in Baltimore, Maryland. DC is the District of Columbia. Virginia, you know what I'm saying? It's Virginia, the state of Virginia. So, you know what I mean? To count us in the DMV range that we on behalf of Maryland. So I said, damn, man, what my main focus is this summer is to lock in from Philly to VA. You know what I'm saying? I want to get in the crates, get more of those DC artists, get E-Class on the joint, do another interview with Jose and Killer. You know what I'm saying? Just tap in to that music. I like their music. Shout out to No Savage too. Free No Savage. Hopefully I can tap in with him, man. There's a lot of artists out there that I just want to tap into. And Maryland, PG, you know, Upper Marlboro, goddamn Silver Spring, Law, you know, Eastern Shore. Shout out to LP Marcy, you know what I'm saying? Out in Eastern Shore grinding, you know what I'm saying? So I believe, you know what I mean? I'm from Baltimore City, Northwest Baltimore to be exact. You better trust that. But at the end of the day, bro, DMV is the home base. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe. Let's get back into this Papoose and Remy before we tap into the boy Kid Cudi, the new rat.
I play the lane first. Should I play the lane saying that he the knockout victim, saying that he's blackmailing her? Let me play her admitting it. But she's angry at me because I knocked him out, y'all. Glass Joe, y'all. We call him Glass Joe. Check it out. But listen to her. I want y'all to bear witness to this because out of the whole situation, this was one of the parts that really bothered me. So that's why I reached out to certain fake friends who I thought would be real, like they say they are, and step up. I try to bring it to their attention. Yo, I think she's being blackmailed. Do me a favor. Just reach out to her. Don't tell her you spoke to me. I just want to know she's okay. She hasn't seen the baby in days. So I said, damn. See if y'all can reach out. And I don't want to involve nobody in this because this don't got nothing to do with them and they don't owe me nothing. But when you say you family, you got to live. That's an action. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to live up to that. That's neither here nor there. Yeah. So we played the audio of him admitting that he's blackmailing her. Okay. Now I'm going to play the audio. Okay. Listen to what she said.
That's what's up. See, you know what I mean? I ain't in the DC shit, but congrats, man. I'm glad no Savage home, man. I heard, you know, they had him on a violation. And I seen that he just did the floaters, but I thought it was over. Just shout out to Savage, man. You know what I'm saying? He definitely one of those hardworking artists out of DC, and he definitely got that buzz that I feel like can, you know what I'm saying, put that fire up under DC. And shout out to all the content creators in DC and throughout Maryland. Everybody, I be watching DC Blacks. Big site, you know what I'm saying? I tap into the DMV, no bullshit. You get what I'm saying? I'm from Baltimore, and my platform was created in Baltimore, and I stand behind my city 100%. You know what I'm saying? I got love for everybody, and that love don't change. But I'm a Baltimorean, and I'm with that, and that's what this platform over 700 pieces of content. So now I just felt like shit. You know what I mean? Let's get the content rolling in Maryland. Let's get the content rolling in goddamn DC. Let's get the content rolling in VA. It's artists out VA that's killing it. I fuck with the artist Gifted Hand. I think he's from down Virginia Beach. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know about him, but you know what I'm saying? I listen to his music. Dope ass artist. Know what I mean? But let's get back into this. Please hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. And thanks, man, for putting me up on there, Doug team. Put me up on there, man. I'm glad no Savage home.
This is my ex-wife. We're not married anymore. But at the time, as a married man, I wanted to protect her from being blackmailed. So I told her, if this is going on, let me know. Whatever he's blackmailing you, I'll handle that. And we'll get past it as a family. But she lies so much, you don't know what to believe. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, she blackmailing? Is he blackmailing her or not? But I want y'all to hear this. Listen to this.
He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure you don't go all like that. And I'm not getting dragged on both sides. My team Papoose and team fuck this nigga.
Team fuck this nigga. That's your name, baby, bro. Your name is Team fuck this nigga. Hold on. Let's play this again.
Yeah. Hit that notification button.
He would have been over. You put me in a predicament, so I had to still kind of be cool with the nigga to make sure you don't go all like that. And I'm not getting dragged on both
stop talking with this nigga. So she's mad at me because I knocked him out. So she's telling me that I knocked him out. I put her in a position where she still had to be cool with him. But she tell y'all on live, oh, he's this. Oh, yeah. A man that treat me right. A man that did this and did that. You just said the other day you don't even deal with this lame no more. So we got one audio of him saying that he's blackmailing her. For all of y'all who didn't hear it, we got an audio of the lame admitting to blackmailing this woman. Listen to this.
Yeah, well, so far she's saying she stuck with me. I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go with that. But
Hold on. Let me get to the beginning of this thing. Let me make sure I get it from the right part, y'all. Bear with me, man. Some bullshit audio. Hold on. Hold on, let me get this right. We're gonna get to it. So we playing the audio, y'all, of the lame admitting to blackmailing her. He's admitting it.
Yeah, well, so far she's saying she stuck with me.
Hold on.
I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go with that. But you're right, though. That ain't think about it. Well, that shit gonna be 3 months, nigga. I don't know for how long it is. I got pictures, texts, and videos of it. That shit gonna blow whenever I say it's gonna go. I'm talking about, I'm saying that shit, that news of cheating and all of that shit go anytime. It don't matter if it's a week or whatever. Like, the only reason why it's sparking is because you did all these shit.
All right, so y'all heard that. And again, we're gonna play her basically saying she's been blackmailed. That's what it sounds like to me. What y'all think?
Dang. Remy going crazy, y'all. Team, fuck this nigga.
That is not true. I would have been stopped talking to this nigga. So you telling me you got a lame running around here bragging, oh, fuck this bike, oh shit, right? You got a lame who came in front of me, shook my hand, and which is total disrespect as a man. You sleep with my wife, it is what it is. She chose that. She's in the door. That's not why I knocked you out. I knocked you out because you shook my hand. But
right,
he's on audio saying blackmailing you. So which one is it? Which one is it? You've told me numerous times you don't deal with him no more. You want to go on Instagram and say you with your child every day. No, you're not. You just started being with the baby after I left. Once I left, you started trying to prove to me that you're with the baby and you're doing the right thing. You're doing things that I've always wanted you to do. You just called me the other day and said, happy anniversary. I didn't even say it back to you, Rem. I didn't say it back to you. You know why? Because when our 15th year anniversary came, which was a milestone, we were supposed to have the whole thing that we did in the 10 year. You didn't want to acknowledge it properly because you was too busy running around doing what you was doing. Now I'm in a space where I moved on. So for a person who got all these lies to say about me, why is it that you try to call me the other day and say happy anniversary? Why is it that when I went to pick my daughter up, you asking me for gifts and things like that? Why is it? Because you're a narcissist. And in the process of you being a narcissist, anything you can't control, you're mad. But you lost the remote. So you know when somebody loses the remote, they go frantic. See, but what you didn't understand was my loyalty was because I said wedding vows before God, better for worse, richer for poor, sickness and health, death do us part. And I lived that out. I did nothing but take care of you. Every utility in that house to this day right now is under my name. The alarm company called me today. You talking all this money talk, you just paid a cable bill probably within the last 2 weeks out of my account. I had to bail you out of jail when you caught your case. When you had to pay the civil case, and we backtracked it. Who account did that come from? Me. You didn't have a dime. Slay warned me. May he rest in peace. He warned me. He warned me. So when you say malicious things about him, now that he's deceased, I know why. Because he know the truth. So all of this money talk that you're talking, you're a liar. All you do is lie, very bipolar. Say something 1 minute and she'll say 5 minutes later that she never said it. She will say she never said it. Right now on my phone, and like I told you, I never wanted a penny. I never wanted one dime. All of the music I wrote for her, I never wanted one penny. I never put my name on a credit. I never did anything. When people said, we know Pat writing that. Oh, you want to go in here and say, oh, I was making music before him. You was. That's why when I started writing it, they saw the difference. You want to talk down upon me. You want to try to assassinate my character. But in actuality, there are people who interact with us. Anybody who ever been around her and never been around me, please step to the front. Am I respectful? Am I considerate? I come from a very big family. I'm very loved. I'm very loved, inside and outside. And guess what? Your family love you too, but you don't love them. You're very cruel to people because you're a narcissist. And you know what? It hurts me that I gotta even say this about you, that I gotta even come on this live and do this. But the fact that you tried to mention my children, the fact that you had the audacity to come on here and say, I haven't seen my daughter, when you didn't allow me to see my daughter. December 14th, when we gave my daughter a birthday party, you came to my attention, we spoke about the party. I said, how much is the party? You told me the amount of the party. You put up your half of the money for the party. I put up my money for my daughter's party. When my daughter's party took place, you had the audacity to send me a text and tell me not to come to my child's party. Why did you do that? Because I moved on and I wasn't sitting in the house watching my daughter while you run around with this lame, come home to me and say you wasn't with him. Why would you be with him? He's so beneath you. When I noticed that you was probably getting blackmailed, because you're such a liar, I tried to protect you, like I always protected you. You want to make it, you want to go on the gram, you want to play games about me knocking him out, that's a small thing. That wasn't the first time you saw me in action. But you know what? Like I said earlier, there's 3 reasons why she started to have so much animosity towards me. One was because I knocked him out. And it wasn't because she cared about his well-being. It was because she had been, as a celebrity, as a famous person.
You can hear me now. I know you can.
She has been behaving in a very, should I say promiscuous? Should I say promiscuous? She has been behaving in a very not too respectful way. And it's been right under the nose of the entire industry and everybody. And people allow it because some of them are groupies. Some of them are clout chasers. Some people, you know, they know the truth, but they act like it's not happening. By me knocking him out, it kind of put it out there, what's really going on. Also, she tried to fool y'all and say, what person would be in a marriage with a loving husband, being taken care of, bills paid, and cheat? You know what person would do that? You. You. Everything will be fine, and you still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, man. Dang. That's one of the main problems with you. I could sit up here and run through your body count, but that's not what I'm going to do. Because I'm not here to tear you down, and I'm not here to disrespect you. Right. I'm not here to do that. But the fact that you mentioned my children and you fabricated after you have already been documented and recorded telling the truth about how I supported you when you was away. Telling the truth about our entire time together. But it wasn't good enough for you to move on and be an adult after you cheated. And I gave you numerous opportunities to stop the cheating. We went to a therapist. Why come on here and lie and say we haven't slept together since 2022? Why come on here and make it seem like that's true? We never had an agreement. Oh, you be with who you be with and I be with. We never had an agreement. All we had was you lying, saying that you're not with him. Why would you deal with him? That's all we had. And when I found out the truth that you were with him, you said, let's go to therapy. And I agreed. Then we made an agreement with the therapist. You violated the agreement again. So when I caught him, I knocked him out. Wherever I would have saw him at, I would have knocked him out. You so mad at me because I knocked him out at your event. Anywhere I saw him at, he was getting put down. And I told you this. I still got the messages telling you this. So all of this fabrication, all of these stories about me, my children, all of these stories about money. I paid every bill in that household. I did nothing but buy you gifts. It's photos and everything of it. It's all on my page. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. They hiding from something. It's still there. Me buying her gifts. All that materialistic. If you notice, her entire thing was about materialism. Just fabricating. She just recently told me she don't got no money. So what you talking this money talk? Hey, this is what I got in my account. Let's keep it a buck. So you want to fabricate these stories. I don't have to fabricate to impress anybody. Everybody knows I'm a hard worker. Everybody know I came from the bottom. Everybody know I went from artist transition to executive. All of the times y'all see me support this woman, any song, any video she dropped, show me one post of her saying, subscribe to Tony Core. Show me one. Just show me one. Show me one, guys.
Yeah.
When I drop the album every month, every single month, as the year progressed, the producers and the artists grew higher and higher and higher. By the time I got to the end of the year and I caught that feature with Lil Wayne, she ain't come home no more. She started staying out. There are people very close to you. When you did that, they said, Pat, we know her for a long time. Don't pay her no mind. She's only doing that to throw you off of your grind. She see you finally about to be successful again, bro. It's been a long time. You deserve it. You know what she did? Start staying out, not coming home. So I could go on and on about her. She could fabricate any lie she want about me. Any lie she want to fabricate, she could fabricate. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you come around me and you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. So all of this money talk on that aspect, that's cap. You talk about me buying you gifts. You try to say in the past, oh, you don't buy gifts. That's documented. You walk around with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of jewelry that I bought every single day. You talking this jewelry talk. First and foremost, I have a cash business. So there's numerous times where I cashed you out and you went and bought things. With my money. With my money. You want to talk about property? We bought this house together. We bought it together. We bought it together. I wrote one of your biggest records, man. One of your biggest hits. So you want to downplay me as an artist when I wrote one of your biggest hits. That's so sad. But like I said earlier, the fact that you chose to mention my kids, that's why I responded on this video. As far as the divorce, like I said, she never wanted to get a divorce. She never wanted a divorce, that's correct. And she didn't want to do it peacefully, like two adults, because the attorneys brought to my attention, if you guys agree, the divorce could be private. But if you don't agree, it gets messy. I brought that to her attention. She never wanted to do it. Just recent, and I say within the past few weeks, she's been saying that she wanted to do it civilized way. So we had a plan. She said she wanted to go to a mediator. She wanted to go to a mediator. She wanted to work it out. She even tried to tell me, like I told you yesterday, she started asking me, are you done with me? Are you done with me? I said, is that even a question? I'm going forward with the divorce, yes. Now, I wake up to this morning. Very strange. So.
But that's that Papoose and Remy Martin thing, man. I believe the boy Pat. You know what I mean? The boy Pat, man, he hurt, man. He moved on, man. He finally moved on, man. Congratulations on him moving on, man. Get the divorce done, sign the papers, Remy, and go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Y'all ain't got to keep doing this. Y'all daughter getting older. She be in the whatchamacallit, man. She can't tolerate this. You know what I mean? She can't. You know what I mean? This is too much. You know what I mean? Like, come on, y'all. You know what I mean? It gets ugly. But Skrilla Baby, man, I'm a fan of Skrilla Baby. Last year, he performed at the CFG Arena out there by Arbutus. I had the privilege of seeing Shorty perform. Shorty did his motherfucking thing, yo. You know, Shorty gets in the crowd. Shorty do a lot of different, you know what I mean? Shorty handle his business on stage. He's a great artist. He deals with the people, you know what I'm saying? He love his fans, you know what I mean? He was shot in 8 Miles, Red Front. Rapper Skrilla Baby's recovering after shooting in Red Front. That's in Detroit. I'm not from Detroit, so I think they say somewhere about 8 Miles. I'm not sure, but we about to tap into this, man. Please hit that notification button, that subscribe button, to drop a like and leave a comment. You know what I mean? So got my man Skrilla Baby up here, man.
Out here earlier, we came up on the scene here on 8 Mile, and there was a black SUV that was smashed into the side of a building and along 8 Mile. It was pretty unbelievable. Dozens of evidence markers marking shell casings. Now, we understand this is described as sort of a drive-by, possibly targeted shooting. Skrilla Baby was in a black SUV earlier this evening when that SUV was shot up. We understand he is currently at a local hospital. He had a graze wound to the back of his head, a graze wound to his back, and he was shot in the hand. Now, we understand he was alert as of about a half hour ago, is expected to be okay. Just a very scary situation out here, and police sources are describing this as a targeted shooting. But in terms of a suspect at this point, we don't have any information yet. It's still very, very early. Again, Trevon Gardner, better known as Skrilla Baby, a very well-known rapper here in Detroit and across the country, shot earlier this evening. Multiple sources saying that he had 2 graze wounds, also shot in the head. It all unfolded in 8 Mile earlier this evening, ended with his SUV smashing into the side of a building. Now, Redford Township Police are investigating. They got this scene cleared up very, very quickly, and right now they're working to make some repairs to the building that is behind me. But again, we are happy to report, though, that Skrilla Baby is alert. Of course, Redford Police investigating. If you know anything about this shooting that's described as a targeted drive-by shooting, you're asked to call Redford Township Police. For now.
Before news starts now with a breaking news alert.
Straight to some breaking news out of Redford Township tonight. Detroit rapper Skrilla Baby is recovering after being shot in Redford Township. This happened along 8 Mile near Beach Daily. When our crews got to the scene, they found a business with its walls smashed in and caution tape up all over the place. You saw a worker there trying to make some repairs. A police source and those who know Skrilla Baby tell Local 4 he is expected to be okay. He was hit apparently in the hand and the head. Skrilla Baby, whose real name is Trevon Gardner, was driving alone, and those close to him believe he may have been targeted in this alleged shooting. It appears this building was hit by the rapper's SUV. We'll continue to reach out to law enforcement tonight for more information. We'll bring you any updates as soon as they come in. When we're not on TV, you can always check our website at clickondetroit.com.
Damn, Skrilla. Skrilla, bro. And I understand what the vlogs got to say. You know what I mean? You gotta look down. You gotta get to the news. Then you gotta go to a vlog.
Let me tell you something. I'm big man. Because Skrilla Baby was trying to get his life together. But Skrilla Baby just was shot down. He in critical condition after being shot down.
That's what everybody talk about, you know what I mean? But you know, he survived. Dang, they got the dude right here in the video.
Yo, what's going on, Sus Game Man? Welcome back with another reaction.
Damn. Man, you can't be lying around. Like, yo, when you get that, like him, he's a huge artist. You feel me? He's a huge artist. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Skrilla Baby is a huge artist. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna play no games. I'm not gonna lie. That's a huge artist. So just riding around in the hood, bro, like it be tough. It be tough, bro. Like you never know. Like just because you make it and you really a hood person, just because you make it out the hood doesn't mean necessarily. You know what I mean? Just because you make it out the hood doesn't mean necessarily that you could just keep riding around and doing that. You feel me? That's neither here with it. You know what I mean? It's just, man, it ain't bad to hide security, bro. It's not. It's not. It's not, bro. It's not. It's not. It's not, bro. You know what I'm saying? You want them shooting back. But we talked about this the other day.
Kid Cudi leaves federal court.
Listen, Young Thug calls. Young Thug talked about this. You know, he said Cudi. You know, he bit the cheese. You know what I mean? Like, I say this about Kid Cudi, right? Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I say this about Kid Cudi. You know what I mean? I don't feel like in my mind that Kid Cudi should have been doing his. I don't think Kid Cudi should have took the stand. That's what I really don't believe. I don't believe in my mind that Kid Cudi should have took the stand. The incident that happened with Kid Cudi and Diddy was over 10 years ago. And it was like, yo, the man already in hot water. Look, man, whatever happened between me and that man is over with. I respectfully decline. But he took the stand and he described Diddy as a villain. You know, he said Diddy broke in his house, Diddy blew his car up. He just saying this shit is like, bro, you putting the nail in the coffin. You get what I'm saying? You putting the nail in the coffin. You know what I mean? So what I'm telling you is that was fucked up. Kid Cudi took the stand.
He leaves federal court after taking the stand at Sean Diddy Combs' racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking trial and tells the jury about his Porsche being torched while he was dating Cassie.
This is a stressful situation. I'm glad it's behind me.
I look at 9 moments from the rapper's testimony and what had the courtroom laughing. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Kid Cudi, of course, is a rapper. He's an actor and a producer. But this week, he added Diddy trial witness to his list of titles. His legal name is actually Scott Mescudi. And he walked into court, raised his right hand, and as any other witness would, swore to tell the truth. You might be thinking, I thought this trial was about sex trafficking and prostitution. Well, it is. But Sean Combs also faces a racketeering conspiracy charge, or RICO. He's accused of using his businesses to carry out and cover up crimes. And Kid Cudi, the government alleges, is the victim of one of those crimes, specifically arson. Combs, for his part, has pleaded not guilty to all of the charges, and he maintains his relationship with ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura.
Yay, Candy Cane! Yay, Candy Cane! It do. That's what it sounds like to me.
And Cassie is the connection between Combs and Kid Cudi. Back in 2011, Kid Cudi, or Scott Mescudi, testified that he and Cassie were dating. He believed that she was broken up with Sean Combs at the time, but that may not have been completely true. Kid Cudi took the stand wearing jeans, a leather jacket, and a white shirt, and he told the jury about that night in December 2011 when Cassie called him very upset. Mescudi testified, well, I got a call from Cassie around 5:30 or 6 a.m. and she told me that Sean Combs had found out about us. I was really confused, but she asked me to pick her up. She sounded really stressed on the phone, nervous, scared, so I went to go pick her up, and yeah. Mescudi went on to explain why he was confused. Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson asked, you testified that Ms. Ventura told you Mr. Combs found out about us. What was your understanding of what Mr. Combs had found out? Mescudi answered that me and her were dating. Johnson asked, and you also testified that you were confused when you heard that. Mescudi answered yes. Johnson asked, why were you confused? Mescudi answered, because I didn't think she was dealing with him. Johnson asked, and you mentioned that you went to pick her up. Is that right? Mescudi answered, yes. Mescudi testified that he drove Ventura to a hotel in Los Angeles about 15 minutes from his home. Then he got a call from a woman who was a friend of Cassie's and an assistant of Sean Combs. Her name was Capricorn Clark. Clark said that Sean Combs and an affiliate
It's the boy Kid Cudi.
and she was in a car. She was forced to go along with them over there.
Johnson asked, and what, if anything, did Ms. Capricorn say about where she was at the moment? Ms. Gutty said, she was in a car outside of my house waiting for them. Johnson asked, and what, if anything, did Capricorn say about where Mr. Combs was at that moment? Attorney Brian Steele objected, and it was overruled. Ms. Gutty testified, in my house. Johnson asked, after you spoke to Capricorn, what did you do next? Ms. Gutty answered, I got in my car and went to my house. Johnson asked, that phone call? No. Johnson followed up, did anyone go with you when you went to your house after that phone call? Ms. Gutty answered, no. Ms. Gutty said he drove to his house. It was a 15-minute drive or so from the hotel, as I mentioned, where he was with Cassie. And on the way, he called Sean Combs. He had his number from years ago. He just...
I didn't always call you Dad.
My man Diddy, he just can't handle it. Kid Cudi on the stand. Diddy just look at him, bro. He just can't believe it. Like, bro, our beef was 15 years ago. Why are you in here with the feds? Why are you in here with the feds, man? Why? Yo, we could have handled that, yo, at the Grammys, bro. Like, come on, Kid Cudi. And Kid Cudi know that he did some wild shit, because look at him. He know he did some wild shit, bro. You know that was fucked up, Kid Cudi.
Ms. Gutty testified, I'm going to be very candid. I said, mother effer, are you in my house? And he was like, what's up? I was like, mother effer, are you in my house? And he said, I just want to talk to you. I was like, I am on my way over right now. He was like, I'm here. Ms. Gutty said that Combs' voice was calm. He drove to his house, which he said had security cameras, but they weren't working that night. When he arrived, Ms. Gutty said the cameras appeared as if they had been moved to the side. Ms. Gutty said,
boy Muschetti. That's the boy Muschetti. See him? That's the boy Muschetti.
My dog was locked up in my bathroom. Our content shows just how important personal safety is. And
I'm just saying, though, bro. Like, I don't think that, I'm not going to lie to you. Why did Kid Cudi, what Cassie gave him $1 million? Why did Kid Cudi go? And yeah, bro, I don't know what's up with Kid Cudi. No, he was supposed to be messing with Cassie. Diddy posed and ran down on him. He just told Kitty. In this statement y'all about to hear, he told Diddy. Because I already listened to this shit. He told Diddy, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to do all this and I'm going to do all that. So why, when you knew, right, that you was dealing with Cassie, because we know Cassie going. We know Cassie going, so we know he cracked her. Yo, where he be at? I'm a celebrity. I got money too. I'm popping up where you're at. And like Papoose say, I'm putting them down. That's what he should have told Diddy. Hey, Diddy, when I catch you, I'm putting you down. That's it. You know what I mean? Cudi was with Kanye West around this time. He's making hits. Turn off the lights for me, baby. Extra bright. I hope y'all, you know what I mean? That's Kid Cudi. You get what I'm saying? I forgot his song he had. You know what I mean? He had a little hit record. You know what I'm saying? Kid Cudi, he been out for a while, though. You know what I'm saying? He's a producer, songwriter, artist. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, this happened in 2009, 10 or something like that. Why are you in this man business, bro? With this man facing all this goddamn time in prison? Kid Cudi, why did you do it? Why would you do it? And you had so many years to address this matter with this man. I can't believe it. Yeah, yeah.
Did there come a time when
Yeah, Kane. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button. Please donate to the channel.
How did you learn that your car caught fire? Ms. Gutty answered, my dog's babysitter called me in the morning. Now keep in mind, it's 6:30 or 7 in the morning. The questioning continued. Johnson asked, what was your understanding of where your dog's babysitter was located when she called you? Ms. Gutty said, at my house. Johnson asked, was it your understanding that your dog's babysitter was telling you what was happening in real time? Ms. Gutty answered, yes. Johnson asked, and what did your dog's babysitter say to you about what she saw? Ms. Gutty answered, she told me my car was on fire. Johnson asked, was anyone else present at your house at the time? Ms. Gutty said, no. Johnson asked, where were you? Ms. Gutty said, I was at my ex-girlfriend's sister's house. Johnson asked, approximately how far away from your house were you? Ms. Gutty answered, like 45 minutes or something like that. Johnson asked, where was your car at the time your babysitter called? Ms. Gutty said, in the driveway. Ms. Gutty said his friend Chip took photos of the Porsche as he drove back to his house. The photos show a hole in the top of the Porsche. There's also damage to the driver's seat from where the Molotov cocktail left burn marks. and there's damage to the door. The car was so badly damaged, Muscati said it couldn't be repaired. When he arrived at his house, he said the bottle from the Molotov cocktail was on the ground. It had been in the driver's seat. When asked his reaction to his car being torched, it was very simple. Muscati said, he said, "What the F word?" Muscati said the cops were at his house and he filed a police report, and it was his understanding this was no accident. A couple of days later, Muscati said he had his manager set up a meeting with Combs through his head of security, D-Rock, at the Soho house. Muscati testified, "I walked in and I met D-Rock. He was escorting me into the room, and then I got to the room. It was one wall was all windows, and Sean Combs was standing there staring out the window with his hands behind his back like a Marvel supervillain. Yeah, it was just me and him in the room. No security, nobody."
Why you do
Muscati
your
said,
thing?
"We discussed, pretty much the whole story about how me and Cassie first started to date to what it was to how it ended. And his whole point was, we were homies, that was my girl. I let him know that, she told me they were broken up and I took her word for it. Yeah." Johnson asked, "What was Mr. Combs' demeanor during this meeting?" Muscati said, "Very calm. He kept offering me water. He offered me water twice." Johnson asked, "What was your reaction to his demeanor?" Muscati said, "It was very off-putting. It was weird that he was so calm." Muscati said Cassie then showed up, and he testified he was upset to find out that she had gone back to Sean Combs. He told the jury, quote, "She pretty much kind of explained that we fell in love and things just happened and, Muscati testified, "Yeah, we stood up, shook hands, and as I was shaking his hand, I said, 'What are we going to do about my car?' I made sure to ask him right when our hands were clasped together, where he couldn't run away and I could look at him square in his eyes. And he looked right back at me, very cold stare, and said, 'I don't know what you're talking about.' I said, 'Okay.' I took my hand from his and he said, 'Wait, I thought we were cool. Is there a problem?' I was like, 'You said you didn't burn my car, right? You said that's
Day
your
and
word.'
night. That's
He
what it
said,
was.
'Yeah.'
Day and night.
I was like, 'That's it.' When asked again, Muscati said Combs' tone of voice was very calm. And after that day, there were no more break-ins at his home and no more car fires. A couple of years later, Muscati said he saw Combs at the Soho house again, this time with his daughter. He said Combs said, 'Man, I just want to apologize for everything and all of the BS.' There were no more conflicts with Sean Combs, and Muscati said he made peace with it. Then came the cross-examination by attorney Brian Steele, who represented Young
Brian
Thug. Steele set out to score some points, and he did. Steele questioned Muscati about whether he knew that fingerprints and DNA samples were taken from his Porsche back in 2012. Muscati said he called police about the incident a few times, but was not aware that DNA from the car came back as a female sample. Steele also pointed out that there were no sightings of Sean Combs around Muscati's property. Then the conversation turned to Cassie Ventura. Muscati confirmed that Cassie ended their relationship in January of 2012, and he was confused because they had been talking and seeing each other for about a year. And he said at that time he wasn't aware that Cassie was seeing Sean Combs at the same time. Steele asked, "Ms. Ventura was not frank with you, true?" Muscati answered, "True." Steele asked, "She played you. That was your words, right?" Muscati said yes. Steele asked, "You had no clue. When she played you, she was convincing about that, right?" Muscati said, "No clue." Steele asked, "You were with her a lot, right?" Muscati said, "Mm-hmm." Steele asked, "True?" Muscati said yes. Steele then pointed out that Sean Combs actually asked Muscati in 2011 to do a song with Cassie Ventura. That was how the two met. Steele asked, "You were in a studio doing your art with Ms. Ventura, that true?" Muscati said yes. Steele asked, "And that's how you guys really became close, right?" Muscati said, "We were cool before." Muscati asked, "And this didn't hurt your relationship, right? It was nice. You enjoyed the time with her, true?" Muscati said, "Yeah, it was truly just friends at that time." Steele asked, "Mr. Combs wasn't around you and Ms. Ventura when you were with her, right?" Muscati said no. Steele asked, "And she wasn't getting all these text messages from him to your knowledge when you were with her, right?" Muscati said, "Not to my knowledge." Steele also confirmed with Muscati that Cassie told him that Combs was physically abusive toward her, but she never told Muscati that Sean Combs sexually abused her. Steele also got Muscati to say that
I heard of it.
Now, what type of rat is Kid Cudi? Y'all got to keep it real right now. Just keep that shit real. Keep it real right now. Kid Cudi decides, and man, squash the beef with you, apologize to you, did everything that a man can do under the man law. You in court testifying. Like, this can't be this. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up, homie. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like, shorty crazy, bro. Like, I would have just been like, this would have been my look too, bro. I just been like, yo, out of all the people they could bring in here, shorty, they brought you in here. Like, why, bro? Just why? What did you get paid to do this? Why are you doing this, bro? Like, I can't even. I be looking like how Diddy looking too, bro. Like, I can't get it in my mind. Like, why Kid Cudi kind of caught? Like, I just don't understand. It just don't make sense to nobody.
Ventura was living two different lives when she was spending time with him. And during that meeting with Combs at the Soho house in 2012, after his car was torched, he said Combs was gracious, made no threats, and had no weapons on him. During redirect, Emily Johnson used Miss Cudi to remind the jury about incidents where Cassie and Capricorn Clark confided in him about Combs's volatile behavior. Toward the end, Miss Cudi admitted that it was that behavior that made him walk away from his relationship with Cassie. Johnson asked, why did your relationship with Ms. Ventura end despite having feelings for her? Miss Cudi said the drama, it was just getting out of hand and kind of wanted to give her some space. Johnson said, what drama are you talking about? Miss Cudi said the break-in and everything. Johnson asked, why did you want to give it space? Miss Cudi said, just feels like things were just getting out of hand, you know, and for my safety, for her safety, you know, I just thought. Miss Cudi's responses prompts an objection in a sidebar where the parties go back and forth about whether or not it's proper for the jury to hear the rest of what he was going to say. Steele told Judge at a sidebar that he was going to move for a mistrial because he expected Miss Cudi to answer that Combs was violent, and he had been told that Combs had had other people killed. The defense is adamant it's highly prejudicial against Combs, but the government says they're just trying to get him to talk about his safety concerns that he had at the end of his relationship with Cassie. Ultimately, the judge decided that Emily Johnson must move on from this type of questioning. The testimony of Kid Cudi ended with him telling the jury that he believed that Sean Combs lied to him. So what was it like in the courtroom when Kid Cudi was testifying? Elizabeth Milner with Law and Crime was there. So Elizabeth, were the jurors, did it seem like they knew who Kid Cudi was when he walked in and took the stand?
Yeah, it didn't seem that way from what I could tell, but I feel like from everyone in the gallery, they were there and they were ready to see Kid Cudi, see him walk inside that courtroom. It felt kind of like a movie moment a little bit where everyone's turned around and then all of a sudden he just walks across to the witness stand, takes his seat, does the oath, all that. But, you know, him coming in, he was super casual. He had a motorcycle jacket. He had a white T-shirt on. Even like for the other witnesses that I could see testifying, they're always in suits. Yeah. They're in
The boy came in there in a rat fit, man. You know what I'm saying? Kid Cudi testified against Diddy. Diddy pissed off about that, bro. But, you know, I feel like Brian Steele and them, they handle him, bro. Kid Cudi, bro, you only got no reason to be up here. You know what I mean? You don't have no reason to be up here.
Freak-offs, alleged blackmail.
Let's get to the other part to it.
Personal assistants, freak-offs, alleged blackmail, celebrities, extreme violence, and drugs, guns, and baby oil. If you thought week 2 of Sean Diddy Combs' sex crimes trial wasn't going to be explosive, you'd be wrong. We're catching you up on some of the major moments that happened in court. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Let's get into it.
Well, after an explosive first week in the Sean Diddy Combs criminal trial with opening statements, testimony that included the star witness in this case, Cassandra Cassie Ventura Fine, we entered week 2. And I would describe week 2 so far as, because at the time of this recording, we haven't quite finished it up yet. We're recording Thursday morning, so just entering into testimony of day 9. But it seems to me the theme for week 2 was corroboration, meaning corroborating the testimony of Cassie, and also, too, trying to prove the finer points, the finer elements of the racketeering charge. And we're going to go over those big moments from week 2. But yes, Combs is accused, and charged with racketeering conspiracy, that he formed this criminal enterprise engaged in a pattern of illegal activity, that he entered into a criminal agreement to further the interests of this criminal enterprise, that this included the repeated abuse, threatening, coercion of women into these sexual performances known as freak-offs, makes up the sex trafficking charges too, and he also faces charges of transporting victims and commercial sex workers for the purposes of prostitution. And a lot happened this week. A lot happened this week. So, to get into a recap and analysis of week 2, let me bring in acclaimed trial attorney Ben Shue, who, as we know, famously represented Johnny Depp in his high-profile celebrity trial against Amber Heard. And as we will talk about later, one of the witnesses that testified in that trial actually testified in this trial. But we'll save that for the end. Ben, great to see you. Thanks for coming here on Sidebar.
You're most welcome. Nice to be here. Thank you, Jesse.
You got it. So let's talk about another celebrity who took the stand this week, okay? Started off Dawn Richard from Danity Kane. Now, she filed her own lawsuit against Diddy too, okay? Now, she actually returned to the stand, continued her testimony from the week prior, and she claims that she witnessed Diddy attack Cassie, including hitting her in the head with a skillet. She claims that Diddy punched Cassie at a dinner that was attended by other high-profile people like Usher and Jimmy Iovine and Neo. She claims she observed injuries on Cassie. She claimed that Diddy made...
Let's get to the nitty-gritty. You gotta get to the nitty-gritty, bro. That's how it goes sometimes. You gotta get to the nitty-gritty. Because if y'all want to hear all that, y'all gotta go watch Sidebar, keep it in the G News. Few things dudes that get in the nitty-gritty. Me, I'm just reacting.
You need the inner circle to testify, right? So David James testified that he was told when he was first brought in, quote, "This is Mr. Combs' kingdom. We're all here to serve in it." Okay? Testified about helping to prepare hotel rooms for what prosecutors allege were elaborate sexual encounters, freak-offs, right? Clothing, toiletries, food, drinks, a medicine bag. Then there were these so-called personal items like baby oil, lubricants, condoms. Interestingly, he would be reimbursed for getting the food and the drinks through official Bad Boy Entertainment channels, but the personal items, those payments were apparently made in cash. Stacks of bills that James says Diddy kept in a Louis Vuitton bag and would personally hand out. And that Combs allegedly blackmailed him with footage he had of James high on drugs, that he was forced to take lie detector tests as part of his job, how Combs brought 3 guns with him to confront rival Suge Knight at a diner, and he talked about Cassie too.
That's one thing on this joint. Hey, Diddy got mad and was on Suge ass. That's one thing that they testified. I'm not saying it's true, but they say that boy grabbed 3 joints with that Big Suge. Big Suge ain't know everybody was talking that shit about Puff wasn't getting down. He with that Big Suge, but this is a security dude that testified against him.
Testified to cleaning up hotel rooms after these sexual events, talking baby oil, liquor bottles, drugs all around. And he was told that this was done to allegedly protect Diddy's public image. So it's kind of interesting when you think about a criminal enterprise and there needs to be a common purpose. Testified to receiving drugs for Combs at one point. Testified to the demands of the job, how he was under constant threat of being fired. Ben, I laid a lot of it out. You think these witnesses help prove racketeering?
Absolutely, Jesse. I think they're very strong. They were right next to him every day. And it continues the theme of threats and money, which I think is very helpful to the prosecution. And what you mentioned about the accounting for it, that the company paid for the food and the drinks, and he paid cash for the other, the drugs, etc., shows a consciousness of guilt. It's nothing spontaneous. That suggests more the criminal aspect of it. So I think that part of it was powerful.
Yeah, not that as if it was just, hey, this is his private sex life. There's nothing nefarious going on to pay in cash when you could have used company resources to pay or reimburse. It's interesting to think about. And also there's that corroboration again of maybe why Cassie couldn't leave and corroboration that these freak-offs even existed. Although I will tell you, Kaplan testified he was given immunity. James talked about a proffer agreement. Help or hurt their credibility?
Well, it hurts their credibility a little bit, but that's fairly standard in these criminal cases, as you know. So
Yeah, they filed for immunity and all that shit. They was a part of shit and doing all that, man. I don't really, I don't know. That is a tough blow to Diddy. Dudes are saying they was running for you on your security team, saying they cleaned it up. But I'm not saying I don't feel like they were cleaning up a crime. They were cleaning up, their boss having a good time and his purposes, and that's the way it go. But hey, listen, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. We tapped into the Remy Ma and the Papoose situation. I hope they get that done. Skrilla baby recovered from his injuries. They wasn't life threatening. Kid Cudi, the rat of the week, you know what I mean? The slap of the week go to Kid Cudi. He got out of pocket. Goddamn, we covered a little bit of everything. Yeah, that was it. That's what we had on the chopping blocks. We had Remy and Pat. We had Diddy. We had Kid Cudi. We had a few things on there. I'm just making sure I'm covering everything. Let me look at my notes. Making sure that everything got covered. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, yep. You know what I mean? The Diddy trial, Papoose and Remy, the recap, Skrilla baby, recovering, and more. But that's what I got, man. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. But my overall opinion, on everything, I'm just gonna give my last opinion. But please hit that notification button. Skrilla baby, you gotta be more careful. You know what I'm saying? You made it out. I understand you broke houses in the hood and you should be able to ride around your city. But unfortunately, the culture and the way we came up, it would just be better to have your security. You know what I'm saying? You never know when the ops is lurking and looking. For the Diddy trials, 2 weeks in the trial, man. It's been some mind blowing testimony. People are lining up to testify against Kid Cudi. I didn't understand his testimony. I don't know why he did it. That was like a real snake fucked up move when after, the fact that y'all squashed the beef and y'all posed them in cool. Papoose and Remy Martin, man, that's gonna be the talk, man. That's gonna be the thing of the summer. I believe in more Pat side than Remy side. She haven't told us or told the media yet, or the internet, or the vlogs, or everything that she's putting out, the content that she's putting out about the situation. She haven't showed that the man did anything to her to make her go out here and cheat and just kill her marriage. So that's just how I feel, man. That's how I feel. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. Raw Dope Podcast vlog. I'm out.